Tap, doll. What have I told you? What have I told you? You can't say you're late if this is still playing, okay? If this is still playing, you are not late, okay? The stream does not start until I move back to the screen, okay? You are not late. Hi, Aylin. Welcome home. And good to see you, Tap. How you doing? Hope work's going all right. Oh, I haven't opened the game yet. I was gonna do that. I was looking down at my phone, predictably so. Reminds me, drink bottle switch. Woo! There we go. Sip, sip. Doing okay. One day at a time, buddy. One day, okay? Hope you've drunk enough water, actually. Go drink some water. Make sure you've eaten enough food. All that jazz. New items in the gallery. What? Switch it over. Coworker annoyed me today. Hecky. Do you have to see him tomorrow? So annoying how like sometimes you just have to kind of be like, she'll be right. It's okay. One day, one parade. I don't fucking know what that means. You know, like one day at a time. Oh, it shows me all the pictures. That's cool. Accolades. Episode 1. Successfully making a connection during logic without using story mode. What's story mode? There's different achievements. Being awarded all other accolades. I want to get all the achievements for completing episode 2. Checkmating an opponent in mind chess without using story mode. Mind chess? What? I don't fucking know, man. Alright, anyway, go back. Character compendium. Oh, yeah, look at them. Look at all these humans doing their human things. Cool. Confrontation. Alright, back to the game. Oh. I'm so excited to keep playing. All right, we're gonna be smart today, guys. All right, I promise you this. I'm going to figure out this game. I have forgotten this game. I forgot I was doing this. But at least I have titties to look at. Silver linings. I forgot what we were doing. What were we doing? Turbulence and the suitcase. Right? Connect? Have I tried this? Oh, thank fuck. Okay. Progression. We did it. Yes, there is definitely something wrong here. Well, what's with this sudden yelling? Tell me, Miss Millie, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases? Oh, well, sure. They totally ooze strange, like the color and the such. That's not what I'm talking about. Now pay attention! You're scaring me, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry. These suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper. Yeah, they look a bit uptight, don't they? I guess they take after their creator. Again, that's not what I meant, Ms. Millie. Don't you find it unusual that these cases are the only thing undisturbed by the turbulence? Never mind, I'll sooner find an answer by inspecting these suitcases myself. On closer inspection, they really are quite hideous. Hee hee. I wonder how Miss Road would have reacted if she'd heard what you just said. What's wrong? She makes a good point. It would be wise of me to watch what I say out loud. What's this? I've spotted something that's not quite right. What? Oh, the tire tracks. I realized that the tracks weren't, like, set in. It's this thing! Oh, there's a wheel different, too. That's interesting. Why is the wheel in pink? Pinkified. But yeah, I noticed this before from, like, zoomed out, that it was weird that they had, like, blocks on this one, but not this one. Why is it pink, though? Wine? Present. Take that! There's something very peculiar about these wheels. Huh? As in, there are no stoppers in place on these. Without stoppers, one would think that the turbulence would have sent it flying. And so, it is very likely that this suitcase was placed here after we hit that turbulence. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? Okay. Hey, look, there's card thingies on it. What is this? What's this? The wheel's completely covered in something. This color and scent, it appears the substance in question is grape juice. Oh, it all comes back to the grape juice. But why would there be juice on the wheel of a suitcase? I have no idea. Let's check this. A $1,200 price tag. Not exactly priced by someone with a conscience, I'd say. Woof. Woof. This was apparently designed by Miss Tenero herself. The design has a certain je ne sais quoi about it. Yes, perhaps that is the best way to put it. Je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. Alright. Lock. It would appear to be unlocked, and let's take a look inside. Dun dun dun! Wait, so why is there blood? Was that where they put the... No, that doesn't make sense. A piece of cloth. And it's soaked in blood. Ew, gross! I mean, it's blood. It appears that the suitcase is very strongly tied to our murder after all. I'm thinking like they hit him over the head with the statue and then tried to wipe up most of it left the statue there, and then put the piece of, like, whatever they used to wipe down the thing for fingerprints, they like put into the case to hide. But I still wonder how the suitcase got from all the way over to the side here from here. Like, I thought this might have fallen around and hit this, but maybe not. Investigation complete. Woo! So explain this to me. What does the suitcase have to do with the murder? Well, I believe it's pretty safe to say that the killer used this suitcase in some manner. Almost like they need someone to hold the 75 mods house. Think about your wife, okay? When was the last time you saw them, okay? They're waiting for you. They're in the attic, okay? Just go. Your wife and child want to see you again, House, okay? You need to step away from Skyrim. Well, where's her shirt? It's there. It's just apart. It's for breathing space, you understand. You know, sometimes you get hot, gotta let the titties out, okay? That's just how life works. Heat equal titty. All right. Such as to move something, perhaps? But aren't you just talking about the cloth then? That alone is too small. A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking of. The thing I believe the killer used this suitcase to transport is this. Do I have a save? Nope. All right.
Take that!
Miss Melee, wake up. Did you say something just now, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean, I don't know, but I don't think that's it. Fuck. I fucked up. Hold up. Save. It wouldn't let me save. What do you want from me? Yo. Hey, bro. She really is asleep. The thing I believe the killer used this suitcase to transport. The phone? I guess the phone. What? But it's small. Why would you need a whole suitcase to hold the phone? What? Well, if it's not this, then I guess it's this.
Take that!
Fuck. Incorrect. This line of thinking doesn't make any sense. Hold up. Love you, Tap. Yeah. Have you remembered the question you wanted to ask me yet? No. Listen, I don't even know if it was a question. It might have just been a general comment. Sprinkle positivity. Chaz cute. Opie day. The thing I believe the killer used this suitcase to transport is maybe the body. Do you think maybe he was trying to transport the body? I guess it could be possible that he means the whole body. The body! Oh, didn't let me click it. Alright, well, if it's not this, then it's not this. Okay. I don't know why it would be this. Doesn't make sense to be this. Not this. It might be the body.
Take that!
Oh, okay. Apparently it was the body. Something that would fit inside a suitcase that is also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it? How'd you fit a fucking dead body in there, mate? It doesn't look that big. Like, that other guy looks pretty big. I don't think you, I mean, sure, if he's dead, maybe. But, like, isn't after a certain amount of time, they go rigor mortis anyway? So, like, it wouldn't be easy to fit a dead body in that case. That case does not look big enough. Maybe for a small child, but not a full-grown adult. Used So what? They murdered them here and then rolled the body over to the other area so that they could get past Miles and then put him in the elevator? That doesn't make sense. But in light of this, I'd say that Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator from someplace else, which means that the murder was committed in an entirely different location. So you're saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it? Exactly. What is it? Nothing. Just that I was thinking about what Miss Rhoda said about coming here for something. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. Have you remembered the question and/or general comment yet? Are you okay? Why it doesn't matter. I've forgotten. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. No worries, Tab. Go to bed. Go have a lovely night's sleep, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. You'll be surprised where you can hide a body. Not that I'd know. It matters to me. Okay. Well, and I don't know. Maybe it was just you sent me. I just feel like I remember you sending me a Snapchat, and I was like, whoa, like, cool. Maybe I was just gonna make a general comment about a Snapchat you sent me, and I obviously couldn't be bothered texting it. Maybe it was something about One Piece. What was the most recent Snapchat on One Piece you sent me? You sent me one of something. A cat? One Piece spoilers? Maybe. The One Piece boat? The boat is so pretty. Maybe it was the One Piece boat. Because I remember thinking like it was so pretty and really colorful, and I'm like, holy shit. Gear 5 powers? Spoilers. Nah. Cat is very cute. All hail Rigby. Yeah. It might have been the One Piece boat. I think maybe it was just a general comment of like, I love the look of the One Piece boat. Or the Baratier. Because I really wanna, like, I would love to get all of the different, like, things and, like, make them all at some point. But, oh my god. Yes, all hail Rigby. I wanted to give you a bit more time, but I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. I'm very sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but the captain feels like he has allowed you ample time. He says that he'd appreciate if you could wrap it up here and return to your seat. I understand his sentiments. However, if I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene might become contaminated by the time we land. If I must stop, then I insist I be allowed to oversee the preservation of the two sites. Under your supervision, of course. If that's your only condition, then I believe we can accommodate your wishes. I'm here to assist you in any way that I can, Mr. Edgeworth. Once I find we can camp out and watch over everything together. I don't like her. I found proof that the real crime scene was not in the lounge, and I have enough evidence to prove myself to be innocent of any wrongdoing. And yet, regarding what Miss Melee reminded me about Ms. Tenero, I can't allow my investigation to end here. The truth must come to light. God, I sound like a kid. To be continued. I was this far away last night from to be continued. I could have stopped there. Fuck. If I'd known I was so close, I would have stopped. I would have kept going. I mean... Oh, we landed! Hope Springs Airport. Where the fuck are we? What country are we in? I know that once we'd landed, I'm supposed to let the local police take over. And thanks to Ms. Tenero and Ms. Melee, I was able to preserve the crime scene. But I just can't shake it. I wasn't able to talk with Ms. Tenero in private. So I'm left wondering, just what was she up to? Why did she do what she did? There must be a way for me to continue my investigation. I've been expecting you, Miles Edgeworth. Hey, it's our girl! Franziska, I thought you were still in Germany. Yay, Franziska! I love her. It's so cool. What was her voice for me? I feel like she had like a this. I always have to do something with my hand. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm always doing like a position with my left hand that, like, I don't know, like it's just like it's my coded like movement to my brain thoughts. All right, Franziska. I go where I am needed. And that's why I do it, because she does this, so that's my movement. I just do it downwards. And wherever there are criminals to be caught. Her name is Franziska von Karma, the daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Karma. She, like myself, is a prosecutor. Are you heading up this case? It would be a bit of a relief if you are. Don't you try to flatter me, Miles Edgeworth. I'm placing you under arrest. What? Oh yeah, brother and sister at it again. 8 days until above 16. You're almost there, Bart. Prepare yourself for a great time. A sad time, but a great one. Let's do this. It's quite frustrating, actually. I had hoped to exact my revenge on you in a different venue. But I'll have to take what I can get. I never thought I'd see the day when a disciple of the House of Von Karma would become a criminal. Have you no shame? Wait, it has all been a big misunderstanding. I didn't kill the victim. A misunderstanding? I heard all about the murder over the police radio from the captain himself. You waited for the victim on the first floor and then beat him to death. Franziska, do you honestly believe that I killed a man? I'll only kill a man if it was for Phoenix. And that's it, okay? That's where we draw the line, okay? He is my husband, and I would do anything for him. Other than that, wouldn't kill, alright? Not worth it. Not worth it at all. I suppose I should reserve judgment until after I've investigated this for myself. I can put you on your arrest on hold until then. Yay! I did it! I'm innocent for now. That's as it should be. Ha! I don't need a lecture on how to perform my duties from you, of all people. I like how she's very close to my Ms. De Niro voice. Very close, slightly different. To be perfect in every way, the fulfillment of that creed alone is all I strive for. Well, I have my own creed, which I must fulfill, so why don't we solve this together? I have to get going. The crime scene awaits. Don't you dare leave town. Trust me, I had no intention to. I just arrived. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. I love. Too slow. Oh, buddy. Oh. Don't, bro. The fucking tights, though. Sorry. Distracted. I'm fine. Listen up. I'm leaving you in charge of watching this man. Don't mess up, understand? Mr. Edgeworth, I'm supposed to guard him? A simple yes or no, detective. Yes, sir, understood, sir. You just leave it to me. Miles Edgeworth, if you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you on the spot. Are we clear? Now then, if you'll excuse me. She does a little bow curtsy too! Oh, I love it. So good. I love that they both do it. just a family trait, you understand. My buddy's here. Good to see you again, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Boy, am I glad to see you're okay. Thank you, detective. I believe in you, sir. You can lean on me. I'll get you through this. Aww, thanks, buddy. But I'd rather Phoenix. This guy looks sus. What's this guy doing back here? Eating his onigiri. I see him. I'm just wondering what is attached to his head. Is that hair? I don't know. You know how, like, in TV shows and stuff, there's always an element of, like, if they look slightly more fancier than you expect, they probably are, like, a character that's important. Oh, no, this was the guy eating on the plane. That's right. Okay. He was like, I haven't finished my lunch yet, and it'd been, like, 2 hours or something. It was crazy. Okay, that's probably all he is. I have to admit, I'm a bit curious as to what Franziska is up to. Maybe I should ask the good detective. Very well. In that case, I have a few questions for you. Oh yeah, investigation music. Lunchland. Not bad. I guess it's gotten big enough to warrant its own branch shops. What should I go with? Which should I go with? I recommend our airport special World Flags lunchboxes, only available for a limited time. We have a variety of lunchboxes made up to look like different countries' flags. I wonder if they're aiming to take Lunchland to the international market. This man was in first class with me. He was quite shaken up by the whole affair. I made it a whole flight. I'm not scared of turbulence anymore. He must have been pretty scared. He's repeating the same thing over and over to himself. That's me. That'd be me. This child seems to be happily enjoying the sight of so many planes. Wow! I'd love to take a run down that runway. Oh, the youth of today. So much potential, yet so misguided. Wow, get wrecked, bro. Looking from behind, I think I've seen this man somewhere before. Soviet World Flag lunchboxes each. Jew. Ooh, because it's a J. Found it, bro. Oh, I feel creative powers coming on. It's over 9,000. Lows. My next elite movie is gonna be the Steel Samurai Warrior of the New Old Tokyo versus the World Samurai Champion of the Earth. It's gonna rock so many boxes. So Steel Samurai is finally getting a movie. That's what we learned from that? Maybe he's from a previous case that I've forgotten. Alright, well. I can't believe there's no one manning the counter when a murder has just occurred. Yeah. Alright. I think he just stands there looking so sad. Leave! Ah, he's our good boy. So how is the initial investigation going? Yo, also big news. I spoke to the lead developer today about the contract and got a couple things changed to better suit me. I'm a true game developer now. Look at you go! Hell yeah! Exciting. When I make millions from these games, I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs. AKA, you'll have a PS5, so you can just play Final Fantasy 16 on release. That's all it's gonna be. There's like no other differences. Also, we all know Rigby. If you don't buy Rigby a golden throne, are you taking care of your cat properly? Okay? If you have the money, you buy the golden throne. I'll have a PS6. Ooh, nice. Gosh, who talks like that, am I right? Especially when there were 11 around that time this game came out. Hell yeah. Def not me. Psh, no, of course not. We just shipped the body off to the coroner's office. We're taking statements now, sir. That sounds like Franziska. She was always good at quick response to a case. I'll say she was a little too quick, sir. Oh? How so? I rushed on over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir. But somehow, when I got here, Miss Von Kamo was already here barking out orders at everyone. It's kind of creepy, as though she knew there had been a murder or something, and had come in advance to await your flight's arrival. That is sort of odd. She did show up rather quickly and out of the blue. Plus, I still don't know why she's here in America. I keep forgetting about America. I keep forgetting he's American. I'm like, this is Japan. What are you talking about? God, so pretty. Ms. Volcano just kind of popped up at the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident. No details? It's kind of top secret, so she can't talk about it, even with me, sure. It's probably something to do with the 0 cases from the last one. Rigby will have his own mansion! Good. Good. I'm glad that we have an understanding, okay? Very important. Own house. Personal cleaners. It'll be perfect. Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her whip. Plus, I doubt the top secret part was what stopped her from talking to you, Detective. Although I wonder if her case had anything to do with mine. Anyway, that's the whole info I got, sir. We should find out more as we investigate. Yes, it is high time to resume my investigation, starting with talking to the people involved in this case afresh. Wait, you mean like these people? I just spoke to them. I'd be pretty scared too if I got caught up in a murder investigation, sir. Oh, now he's saying stuff because he's actually following me. There you go. Rigby comes before anything else. Good, good. Yo! Electricity bill! Let's go! Wait, what? That doesn't seem right. How is my electricity bill? That's not right. That can't be right. What? Did I miss something? I'll check it later. Maybe there was some overlap somewhere. Bill period from the 8th of August to the 7th of September. My electricity bill is beyond comprehension right now. That's what I mean! It says $14! How could it be $14? It's usually like at least 80. Maybe 70. How is it so little? Did I something wrong? What? Should I don't know. I don't know if this is supposed to be a good thing or if I need to report something. 80 per month? That's so cheap. Bro, yeah. How much are you paying? Like, I know you probably have like a full-on house, but bro, it shouldn't be that much. Per quarter. Oh, mine's per month, bro. Wait. Per quarter. We get ours every 3 months. 1 per month. Well, that's the way I have it set up. So I can do the payments, you know, sequentially throughout over the course of time, rather than doing a massive lump sum every like quarter. So what would that be per quarter? 3 months, so 240. I should change it to monthly. Do it. It just seems so much more achievable. Not to mention, that seems like way too much. I don't know if it changes because we're an apartment building, obviously, so maybe it's cheaper. I really want to check. I really want to go on and like get distracted by this now. I really want to check this, but I'm like, this is the part of my brain that's like, Hannah, this is not important. You can do this after stream. But like, what if SA has the highest prices in the world for power? Really? Why? What did you guys do? Did you like try to make a giant fan? So much better for me, but mom handles that, so I don't have to. That's fair. That's fair. I just don't understand. All right, let's pretend I'm like still playing the game, guys. Okay. Oh wow, the game. Look at sexy Miles Edgeworth. I love him. He's so cool, guys. Hi, Aylin. How are you doing? My nan left my dad a letter. Is that a good thing? Fuck. I mean, oh, caps locks is on. Fuck you, caps locks. I was trained to not use caps locks, which is really funny. Apparently the stuff in it was awful. Not a good thing. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. Why? That's kind of disappointing to hear. But I mean, at least you don't have to see it, right? Hope you guys can't hear me clicky clacketing. Clicky clickety clackety clickety clum. What shit go ho shatter and boom. What? Hi Ultra. We sold all of our power companies to foreign investors and outsourced our power to production to in Victoria. Now every summer we have a frequent blackouts because there is literally one big cable from SA to Vic that controls all power. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea at all. That's definitely sounds shit. So, very warranted. $14. How? 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 Usage. What is this? I do not accept this. Shows all our usage. And it shows all our usage being lower than like $2 a day. Or something. What? We have not changed. No, that can't be right. We haven't changed our usage at all. It should be going, it should go up. What? I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so confused. I'm like, what the fuck? Do I need to check something? Do I, maybe, should I call Dad? You're like, Dad, is my thing, like, correct? I'm okay, guys. Don't mind me, just questioning the essence of life. You know how it is. Anyway. That was, well, a piece of work with a lot of screw looses. I buried her and everything with her. That makes it sound like you killed her, but I understand what you're saying. No, my mom told me it would be best for me not to read it. Yeah, but everyone else did. Mom didn't want me to read it and dig up the emotion, hurt, and anger that I buried with her. But the letter reinforces that my Nan's last words to me were a lie. Hey, you know what a truth is? You're beautiful. And I love you. Yeah. Just keep it at 14. I just like, it's hugely different view usage. Surely there's gotta be some more details here. I use, like, maybe it's because it's getting hotter. Maybe it's because it's been sunny, guys. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's because it's been sunny. That's gotta be it. It's been sunny, so there's like more energy around because the solar panels, and so it's made it cheaper for everyone. Maybe that's it. That's gotta be it. I don't have to be worried about anything, right? Right. Hi, Aylin. Time to look forward to people I love and people that love and respect me. Yeah! AKA beginning your words. The words left me. I had beginning your civilization of plushies to take over the world. There we go. Did it. Typo? What typo? Typo? Tapa tapa. I'm so confused. How? Oh, maybe it's because we haven't been using the heater as much. It might have been the heater. We haven't been using the heater for the last month. We've used it like probably like 3 times. Maybe it's the heater. Or our air conditioner. It's like double way thingy. Oh, it's probably the heater. But the heater shouldn't make up 60% of the bill. You know what, Hannah? We're not having this discussion right now, okay? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay? It's fine. Just make the payment and go about your day. Listen, if there is a mistake, it's on their end, okay? And that is their fault, okay? There's nothing to do with anything in relation to anything or anyone that is ever supposed to make sense. So, why not just go on in life and just enjoy the essence of humanity? Philip! Woo! of pancake popcorn. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm so upset. I'm upset that it's so cheap. I just don't understand. What the just Hannah, just accept it. All right, you paid the bill. All right, we're fine. Philip, Philip, my electricity bill is weirdly cheap and I don't accept it. Okay? It's like it's so cheap. Why? It's sus, okay? You know what I mean? Maybe I can help. Why is my electricity bill so cheap, Philip? Why is it so cheap? I need answers. Do I really have to talk to all these people? Oh, I can go this way. Okay, cool. Not gonna lie, don't be surprised if I order a therapeutic yarn order after the shitfest that was the last week. But remember, but you gotta remember, oh my god, titties. Focus, they're in the middle of the screen, guys, okay? How do I not? I first look at the screen, I look down into the middle of the screen, titties, okay? What do you want from me, okay? I'm trying my best, but they're just there. What was I just talking about? Jan, remember you're trying to finish the remember you're trying to finish the projects before you buy more yarn though, okay? Okay, you could treat yourself with something else. Surely there's something else you could treat yourself with. You know, like a cookie. Cookies? That would be my thing. Packet of donuts is the way to go. Every time, okay? Every single time. Just packet of donuts. And it's like $2.35. Winning, okay? I don't know how it works over there, but here's during some months we have flags that make the electricity bills cheaper or not. Like all those months we had green flag and the bill was cheaper. Oh, I'll buy ice cream. Good, good, good. Why is it so cheap? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. All right. March 12th, 1:37 p.m. Flight G390, second floor, first class. I will say, I can't believe all of this has happened in one day. I have been awake since like 3 a.m. or something, and I'm just tired. Why is life like this? So you must be the captain. Why, yes I am. And who may you be? I am the prodigy prosecutor Francisca von Kammer, and I have a few questions for you. Don't you dare, Captain, getting friendly with another woman. I'll never forgive you if you do. Whoa, what are you talking about? I only have eyes for you, my dear Cammy. I wouldn't bet money on our dear Captain to be much of a reputable person. Sure you don't want to ask the captain some questions, sir? He was in the cockpit the entire time. I hardly doubt he would know anything of use. Anyway, I'd like to leave that type of witness to Francisca and her whip. Ah! Amazing. 10 out of 10. Love it. We do not have green flag systems in NSA. Don't know about Victor. I don't know. I think it's dependent on the company of the electricity company that you have. Like, for example, Australia also, well, at least Victoria has given out subsidies for electricity bills in the past, where you can like sign up and be like, dooba dooba, could you pay my electricity bill? That's not quite how it worked, but it was something like that. It was just like handouts going out, you know? Or it could be something that you were using is eating energy, like a heater or something. Well, that's what I was thinking, but like, I don't think the heater should be taking up like $60 worth of electricity. And if it is, I'm never making Adara use it ever again. We need to turn it off right now. You know what I mean? But maybe. Because I also feel like, again, like when everyone is using more electricity, or like when people start using less electricity, it's like obviously like less in demand, so it's like cheaper. So like maybe just everybody's using it cheaper. Now see here. Sorry, I'm sorry. How long do you intend to hold me? It's impossible for me to be the criminal. I told you. How do we know that for sure? Also, why is his head always so, like, red? Mr. LeBlanc. Oh, it's you. Now this man stop stopping me from going. Time is money. I don't even have 1 second of wasteful time to spend. Goodbye. I don't give a shit about it. All taped up.
Looks like we can't go beyond here, sir.
Plus, the body has been sent off to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy. Piano!
They've got a piano on this plane? Hey, do you think I could try it out, sir?
I think you would know better than to randomly touch things at a crime scene, detective. Besides, I didn't know you knew how to play.
Of course I do, I'm practically proficient.
Interesting. The things you can learn about people on a daily basis.
I could do do and re to come out just right, sure.
2 notes does not a proficient pianist make, detective. Words?
Oh man, there's a really pretty lady in that plane over there. Ah, she's looking over here. Quick, sir, wave at her. With me, please.
I refuse to be a wingman on this. Wingman. Maybe it's the biomatter cloner you have in the basement that's using all the electricity. No, I'm the one in the basement. The cloner is in the attic. I was going to say, that's not in my attic, in my basement, okay? We all know how it goes, okay? Keep the mods in the basement. All the, like, sciencey experiments and stuff, upstairs, okay? Do it upstairs, closer to the sun, so it's better for power. Did you get any new appliances to replace old ones? No, I don't believe so. Not at all. But yeah, maybe it's the heater. Last time I visited your house, Philip was in the basement. Yeah, of course he was in the basement. He was happily watching One Piece, okay? Alright. You're lucky you got to escape, okay? Next time, I'll keep you down there, okay? Anyway. Do I need to talk to this guy? Do I have to? Did you finish taking a statement yet?
Oh, hold on, sir.
I do not consent if you're not done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back. If you make a single scratch on my heart, you will pay. Art? What sort of art?
Mr. LeBlanc?
Blah, 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 words.
Mr. LeBlanc is an art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artwork down the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small.
From folk costumes to stone statues, that's all kinds of art. Good costumes. Speaking of which, Mr. LeBlanc's hat kind of looks like that other piece of cloth. Oh, it does. I hadn't even thought about that. Dun, 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 dun. Let's wait, save first. Save! Because I haven't saved in a while. Deep. Talking about One Piece, oh my god, that part, Mama Story, what the fuck? Did she just eat? What the fuck, Hen? Why? I don't know what you're talking about. Why? I'm sure she had a delicious meal, okay? Her childhood is just filled with eating the things she loves most, including blood and human flesh, okay? So it's nothing to be of concern of. She's just enjoying her favorite meal, okay? There's nothing wrong with that at all. No. I'm sorry, Philip. What can I say? Alright, sometimes you just gotta nibble on that flesh. Yeah? What the fuck? Yeah, no, it is pretty fucked. Big Mom is confusing. Big Mom is interesting. Big Mom is terrifying. Big Mom is her own thing entirely, and it's terrifying. But yeah, no, I don't like her backstory at all. She is. Big Mom is so weird. Adara and I keep having this discussion. She has like, at the start of Whole Cake, they have that whole thing where they're like, there's like 36 children, like 36 males and 36 like 38 or 40 female kids. She would have had to been pregnant her entire life. You know what I mean? Or at least the majority of the kids would have had to have been like quintuplets or something, which is ridiculous because none of them appear to be actually like similar brother and sisterishness. You know what I mean? So somehow she must have had so many, like she's like, it's weird that when you see flashbacks, she looks like fucking like stunning and like skinny in her flashbacks when she was like an actual pirate. It's like, bro, she was like pregnant all of the time. Maybe she just has more adoptive kids than I'm aware of. Maybe they're just all adoptive. I'd fornicate with Big Mom. Don't lie to me, Bart. You're not that desperate. Big Mom is bae. That's a compliment, by the way. I just started the category fight. Let's go. Category is good. I want your opinion, Bart. Philip, sorry. Do you also feel like the pacing of the first half of Whole Cake is just weird? There is like a weird feeling to the whole first half of Whole Cake. And then you get to like the release of Jinbei. Like you get Jinbei out and you've had like everything that happens with like Sanji and Luffy and stuff. And then it like kicks off again. Like it's almost like the pace just goes, it like slows down so much. And then it feels like it kicks off halfway. And then category is the good shit. Mr. LeBlanc, could you look at this for me?
Oh, it's a Virginia cloth.
As I suspected, your hat is made of the same material, I suppose.
Yes, of course. This fabric is so famous, orders come from over the seas for more.
It's a beautiful pattern that has been soiled by blood. World famous export. Then this is the cargo you were talking about earlier?
No. My cargo this time is much gigantic.
This time is much many gigantic.
Ew, detective, when can I have my cargo moved?
You'll get your cargo moved when we're done investigating, pal.
Stubborn this of you police, it is no good! And it's no good that attendant refuses to exit the attendant's room too.
That attendant? I wonder if he's talking about Ms. De Niro.
Alright.
Oh, wait, hold up. More to say, more to do. What did you mean by that attendant, Mr. LeBlanc? I don't know. I like the pace. I think Dressrosa is way worse on pace. Like, well, I like everything on this arc. Well, my opinion, I think that carrot cake is underrated. Just add a bit of cream cheese icing and eat it with a coffee and it's the perfect snack. Also, carrots contain beta carotene, which can turn your skin a healthy orange if you eat enough of it. Okay. I don't know how was the release of the manga, but it felt like there was waiting for stuff. No, I just feel like the whole first half of Whole Cake is just bad. Like, it's not Dressrosa being repetitive bad. It's not that. It's like I guess there's like a lot of setup. There's a lot of setting up, but there's also like Luffy having like a fight against the Biscuit Man for like way too long. And then there's like introducing of like so many different like of the children, whether it matters or not, which is still a thing of contention that I don't entirely agree with. And by that I mean like they introduce so many of Big Mom's children and their abilities, but there's only like 5? There's probably only 5 children that matter. Which is like Smoothie Girl, fucking Liquor, Sparrow, Smoothie, Katakuri, someone else, Egg Guy, and Tamago guy. Baron egg. Baron egg. Yeah. Like there might be someone else, but I've forgotten. Oh, pudding, obviously. And then no one else matters, okay? Just saying. Spaced, missed so much, that's okay. We're just spoilers, it's all spoilers. Whole forest stuff, yeah. Specifically the forest stuff. And that's what I mean, like, I feel like the forest stuff is all really weird, and then you get to Sanji finally coming back. Maybe you'll need to, like, I don't know, like, there's just a feeling. And it's so weird. Because I feel like everything else in One Piece feels a certain way. Like, it's a canonical, it works through it, it's really good. And then you get to the first half of, One Piece, the whole cake arc, and it's just odd. It just doesn't taste right. That's just my personal opinion. Can't bring myself to watch more One Piece at the moment. Why is that? Just want to leave it for when you have actual time to, like, enjoy yourself. She was taken in the attendance room for her interview. And then they still have not come out. They make no sign of coming out either. I was finished with my own interview much earlier, quicker than her.
Why is Ms. Daenerys' interview the only one that's taking up so much time?
Oh, hi.
Miles, Edgeworth, you were given free reign to examine the plane, weren't you? Yes, I was able to obtain the cooperation of the flight attendants. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Ms. Tanero. I wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendants' room? Before I do, you still have to clear up a few issues surrounding your own circumstances. I understand. You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking, but you can't pull the wool over my eyes, Miles Edgeworth.
This is the last thing I expected right now, but here we are. I've seen Criminal Minds so many times I can quote it, so I don't have to pay much attention and can work and listen. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. I'm struggling watching anything that isn't Criminal Minds. No, that's fair. My sister and I have the same thing. Well, like, Adara likes watching. If we're doing certain things, like, with our hands, you know. I much prefer watching something that we're familiar audibly with, so we don't constantly feel like we need to be watching. That's why Adara likes to watch One Piece dubbed versus watching it subbed. Why is my sister so cool, but also so weird?
Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. The scene of the crime was here in the very lounge the body was discovered. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found, the only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. I just bit my lip. Ah. I think I'm in shock from everything. I'm so freezing. Have you got a heat pack you can cuddle? So are you saying that the cake was a lie, Han? It wasn't a lie. Just tasted a bit funny. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect. The likeliest suspect, Francisco? Do you have a problem with that? No, but it's not like you to use such vague wording. You're usually a bit more absolute. I'm simply trying to watch out for you. Or is my kindness too hard for you to comprehend?
My kindness is too hard for you to comprehend. What a statement. I kind of want to just take that line for myself.
Thank you, but your leniency is unnecessary, for I will prove my innocence soon enough.
I love that this is like brother and sister going at odds. You know what I mean? Like, can you just imagine like two siblings being like, objection! You know, like they're just having fun. Got my electric throw blanket on top of me on high at the moment, so hopefully it kicks in. Hell yeah. I hope it doesn't kick you, because that would be weird. How does a blanket kick you? Doesn't make any sense. Don't let a blanket kick you. Do you have a plushie? Do you have a plushie to hug? Sit it on your chest and just be like, brr, 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 brr. Hugs. It's very important. That's what I do for Adara, at least. When she, like, needs cuddles. The heat kicks in. I know. I was just saying.
If I want to continue my investigation, I'll have to break her line of logic fast. Dun, 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 dun. like, what do you mean by seen? Please stop pretending like you don't know. It's insulting.
I love that.
Obviously, I'm talking about how Mr. Hicks was seen calling for an attendant at 5 a.m. and then from the time after the call until the body was found.
Okay, so funny. I'm gonna make a weighted dragon after I finish the project list for October. Hell yeah! So you're making one dragon, but you're making like a weighted one instead. I do have to do renos at my uncle's house. Renos? Like renovations? Or is that a person? I just bought one and it's gonna help me pay back my parents. Renovations. Okay. Okay, I understand. Sorry, I was just trying to understand the situation. Okay. Unmistakably makes you the likeliest subject.
The likeliest subject, huh? What a roundabout euphemism. But it would appear that she doesn't yet know about the new evidence that we acquired and where we acquired it. I'll take gaps in her logic one hole at a time.
Okay, wait, so what are you talking about? The new piece of evidence, huh? The footprints? Taken out of its display case in the in-flight shop after the turbulence. Victim had gone missing, but it was... What? Was hit on the back of the head. What about the turbulence? Why is the turbulence not a key piece of information? I feel like it should be evidence to something. What does this game want from me? Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. The scene of the crime was here in the very lounge the body was discovered. Okay, that's not true. It's inside of an elevator. I'm just saying, it's literally inside an elevator. It could have happened on a different floor and then they moved it up. That's the part that still confuses me. I ain't doing anyone, especially not for money. So does this game work several different cases at once, or what do you mean by that? Like, we're still doing one case at the moment. Is that what you mean? Like, we did one case, and then that was open and shut case, and now we're doing this one. Is that what you mean, or?
Objection!
Shit. All right, I was wrong. Well, to start off with, we did the office one with no trial. Okay. So, from the way that I've understood this game, so this is literally called Ace Attorney Investigations. So this is playing Miles Edgeworth as the prosecutor doing his investigations before going to court, okay? Now this is important because this is very different to Phoenix Wright, okay? Phoenix Wright is a, fuck, what's the word? He's a lawyer, but he's a defense attorney, that's the word. A defense attorney is supposed to have complete faith in their person, whoever the person is, in the victim, not the victim, they're having complete, so if someone is accused of a crime, okay, so, start from the start. The prosecutor and the police do an investigation first, and they cover all the ground of everything that has happened, and the prosecutor chooses who they want to arrest most likely for the crime, okay? And then that's where the defense attorney comes in. If that person is arrested, taken to jail as the most likely person to be the criminal, the defense attorney comes in and says, I'm going to defend this this person, because everyone has the right to a lawyer, I'm pretty sure. And the defense attorney they're supposed to know bits and pieces about the case, but they're not supposed to know a lot about the case, because they're, for the most part, supposed to be impartial. they're kind of supposed to be impartial to a certain degree so that they can still try to the best of their ability present the accused of the possible criminal as innocent, because the whole idea is you know, if someone commits a crime because of mental health reasons, they want to be like, oh my god, this person has mental health issues, we need to almost like try and defend them as much as they can so that they can get the most reduced sentence. Okay, so it's about the defense attorney trying to be partial, like at least partially impartial to everything that's going on. Okay. Great description, Hannah. I'm working through it, okay? Anyway, so as I said, when we play as Phoenix, right, we're not supposed to know all the details about the investigation that happens. That is why when, in the past at least, with Ace Attorney and with playing Phoenix, right, Miles always has, if you go against Miles Edgeworth in the first couple of games, he has a lot more information at his disposal because he is the prosecutor and he has built up the investigation and built up the case against the accused, the person he's accusing. And then as the defense attorney, usually Phoenix Wright is like, okay, well, let's try and like scrounge up any sort of information I can get as possible that basically proves that this individual didn't actually commit the murder. And obviously in all the stories that we see, for the most part, of the first 3 Phoenix Wright games, it's Phoenix actually being 100% correct that the person accused isn't actually the criminal. And it's your job to basically it being pulled to light that how the person isn't the criminal and how a different person is actually the criminal. So most of that occurs in a court case scenario, okay? While the investigations, this is all happening before the courts. Okay, so everything that happens at the courts after this is not really important because Miles is perfect. He's a genius. He's a progeny, whatever. He's a prodigy at being a prosecutor. So he is working on building up this whole investigation, trying to find all the tangling threads in order to build a case against whoever he reckons actually committed the murder. So, in this game, I feel like I've explained this terribly. So in this game, instead of having like courtrooms, right? Instead of having courtrooms and trying to prove who have like trying to find holes in people's testimonies, instead we have these kind of combating of wills, which is obviously Miles Edgeworth versus Franziska, or in the last one, it was against the other prosecutor who was actually the criminal. Whatever his name was, Mr. Portsman. And they went head to head with different logic and reasoning to try and figure out whether he was actually the criminal. So every single time he'd be like, oh, but maybe X, Y, and Z, and you have to find with your evidence why they are wrong, okay? So again, in this, they've built up Franziska to be here as kind of like a, why do you think this way? You're trying to prove your evidence to another person to, in this case, in this specific instance, prove that Miles is not the criminal, okay? Because Miles was in the room when the crime happened. Well, he was unconscious, but he was inside here when the crime happened. So he has to prove without a shadow of a doubt that he didn't commit the murder before he can continue doing his investigation. God. Okay. Yeah? Does that answer all your questions? Did I do okay? So last game technically followed someone else, and this game we focus and follow the prosecution. Yes, the prosecution has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt and therefore needs more information. We're following the information hunt. Yes! Okay, cool. God, I said that in such a roundabout way. Okay. I keep worrying that I say things a little too roundaboutly without saying exactly what I want to say. And I'm like, it made sense. I was just trying to like, we got there, yes. I was just trying to like start to end it, you know what I mean? So therefore I've hopefully explained it effectively. Anyway, back to this. Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. Soon the crime was here in the very lounge the body was discovered in. Okay, maybe this is the problem.
Objection!
Okay. It would appear that you did not have all the information you needed after all. And what does that mean? I found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop investigating. A piece that proves that the body was moved from a different location.
I'm still confused why anyone would deposit a body inside of an elevator, but here we are.
The killer used this suitcase to move the victim's body, meaning that the real scene of the crime is not this lounge at all.
Objection! Now, who's the one rashly jumping to conclusions?
Excuse me?
All you did was find this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove that the body was moved. It could be that the killer simply chose that suitcase as a good place to hide that cloth.
I expected you would come to that conclusion. It would seem I can't escape that easily.
You should know better than that. A Von Karma is perfect in every way. Unless they commit a crime and, you know, murder father, who I loved dearly. Inside of an elevator. Anyway. Because elevators travel among many floors, causing that confusion right there. I'm still confused by it. They were like, oh, the murder happened on this floor. I'm sitting here like, I know there was like a mess and there was like tons of stuff going on, but he's inside of an elevator. Why aren't you checking all of the floors in relation to the elevator? Like, that would make far more sense.
Ah, but did you know that the killer indefinitely wheeled the suitcase around at some point?
Objection! As if there's proof of that.
Where's the proof that this suitcase was moved around?
It was on the wheel.
The wheel.
Do I just present it again? This? Oh, it says looks like footprints and something being dragged.
Take that!
The spilled grape juice in front of the elevator? Yes, and I'd like to draw your attention to this area here.
Pardon. Agreed. It would, but then story. Hell yeah. Story. Right here. This, right?
Take that!
This mark here, wouldn't you say that it looks suspiciously like tracks from two wheels?
I suppose.
Further, there is also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase. This means that the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here.
Sorry, I keep talking so much that I like lose all the moisture in my mouth and I'm like, shit, I need to drink more water. I also need to put my hand moisturizer on. Fuck. My hands keep drying up so much at the moment. It's devastating. Alright. I suppose this means that the killer did move the victim's body from somewhere else.
I'm glad you've come to your senses. I'm sure it'll be fine, right?
Objection! Not so fast. This still doesn't put you in the clear, not by a long shot. Why? Francesco's logic 2.0.
You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. And then you waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Then, while you were in the elevator with the victim's body, stuffed it into the suitcase. The plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the case.
Sure.
With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from, and pretended to be the discoverer of the body.
Okay, but what about me being passed out on the floor? Starting to warm up. Hell yeah. That's good.
Not a bad bit of logic for something you thought of on the fly. Just what are you insinuating? That I will show you exactly how flawed your logic is. No matter how strong of a face you put on, not even you can hide your fears from me. I'll expose the flaws in her logic in one fell swoop.
If a Von Karma is perfect in every way, what happens if two Von Karmas go against each other? Are they just both perfect? You prepare yourself and acquire the piggy bank before the plane hits that turbulence. How do you know that the turbulence is going to happen though?
Hold it!
And how do you suppose I was able to take the piggy bank out of its display case?
That's not the thing I was questioning, but okay, Edgeworth.
As I recall, the case was locked.
That's easy. If the case was locked, you simply had to hit the glass like this.
Yeah, you shattered my heart of glass. So she wants to talk about the in-flight shop and the Bevel, does she?
That takes care of how you obtain the murder weapon. Well, we already talked about the case being a thing, but I guess the case doesn't matter. God, this game. It's so confusing. Dude, this chick's logic is fucked. It's okay. Listen, she's just trying to pose a different perspective, okay? To help broaden our understanding. Devil's advocate, as they say. Hi, Bo. Welcome back. You always need someone to play devil's advocate if you want to, like, better understand a situation, I think, sometimes. Waited for the victim in the lounge, where you beat him to death. I mean, I didn't think it was a beating to death as it was just kind of like a tunk, but sure. It's one way to look at it. Hi, Daft. And then you prepare yourself and acquire the piggy bank before the plane hit that wait, why did it go backwards? Waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Then, while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed in the suitcase. You were in the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the case. No way out, you hastily put the suit back where you had taken it from. Wait, what do you mean there's no way out? It was inside of an elevator. It was inside of an elevator though. What am I combating here? Which was where exactly? I don't know, man. I'm leaving from the elevator, even though I would have gone into the elevator. What would have been the point of going into the elevator? Why does everyone make it sound like the elevator doesn't go between two different floors? I'm so confused. And pretended to be the discoverer of the body. Fuck. What does he say? Basically put the suitcase back where you had taken it from. And pretend to be the discoverer of the body. But there's only one set of footprints. Is that what it wants me to do? One set of footprints? What? I'm gonna save again. Fuck my life, bro. I'm gonna try presenting this piece of information, even though it's probably wrong.
Objection!
Shush. Shush. Like, honey, how did he put the suitcase back and come back to discover the body so quickly before someone else found the body? Well, they kind of make it sound like it all happened within like 5 minutes or something. I'm so flippin' bored. Well, play more video games. Play Skyrim. 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 Sorry, what? Sorry, that was just the part of my brain talking. That's all it says. All of the time. It's crazy how it's just been like that since I was like 14. The logic is reasonably sound, and the large majority of it reflects the truth. But there is one point about it that is not quite right. Fuck my life, why do you have to be so vague, video game? I'm so sleepy. I just gotta download it, and by the time it'll be bedtime. Oh, that's sad, bro. Maybe next time. To also get back in time to discover it. Well, he's only, well, it's not about time. Like, the where they disposed of the bag was literally only from here to here. Like, he only had to travel like 10 steps to the right, okay? Because remember, so there's the lounge, okay? And then immediately attached to it is the in-flight shop area, which is where we found the victim. Oh, not the victim, the suitcase. So you're literally only talking about barely like, you know, into elevator, leave elevator, you know? Why do you sound quite a few Waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Then while you're in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed in the suitcase. Like, why would you do that though? The plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the suitcase. The case is locked. It wasn't locked. Oh. The bullshittery, that is my insane and now dead and dead to me family. That's okay. Discovery of the suitcase. No, that's fine. No need stress. I am the time. I always get like this when I'm waiting for a new game to release. Like, there's no point playing anything else because I won't finish it before the new game is here. That's why Skyrim is so good. You don't have to finish Skyrim. You know what I mean? Just play it a little bit. I'd say the same thing about Stardew Valley, but yeah, I mean, I feel like if you and Mario got into Stardew Valley, you'd have a great time. But otherwise, you don't strike me as someone who'd take the time to play Stardew Valley until the end of days. I'm so sleepy. I'm like, I'm struggling. I'm so sorry. Maybe I just need I'm gonna rest my head for a second. Refocus. Finally getting warm. So good. Good being warm. Warm. I don't know why I'm struggling. It's almost like I can't work so many hours. All the hours in my brain. So many. I'm so close, guys. Only 3 more days of work. I'm almost there. Because your body's been working so much, it doesn't feel like it. Work's been pretty chill. Okay, I will say. Maybe I need to turn this down. Whoops, that was off. Doing great. My thing keeps being like upside down and I press the wrong button. I'm like, what's going on? Okay. 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 Okay.
Objection!
Shit, that's not what I wanted to do. No. No, no, no. I'm sorry. I wanted to look at the photo. It's not really relevant to anything, but I pretended to be the server of the way. Pride yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence, which I still think is a ridiculous statement. How do you know a plane's gonna go through turbulence? I would argue that you wouldn't, okay? Easily. There's no way that you would know that the plane was about to hit a turbulent point, unless you've been on the plane before. I'm just saying, like, the turbulence make it sound like that it was, like, organized or something. Like you knew you were in a storm or something. That's not necessarily true. And then you waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Sure. I feel like there should be more blood on the walls if that's the case. And then while you're in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase. With the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase. Like, why would I stuff it as... Okay. The plane hit that patch of turbulence and outflew the body from within the suitcase. Okay, but... Again, the suitcase isn't, like, it isn't destroyed exactly. I feel like it looks like it's in pretty good nick. You know what I mean? While you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, for some reason, waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Then while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hit that patch of turbulence and outflew the body from within the case. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from. Stania, you aren't perchance listening, are you? Stania. Stania's like my smart person. You hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from. Fuck. No, what the blah blah. And pretended to be this discoverer of the body. Do I need to push something? He makes it sound like there's already a mistake here somewhere. But there is one point about it that is not quite right. Well, there's a lot of stupid shit about this, okay.
Hold it!
I'm just gonna stop pressing everything. I thought there wasn't any of the victim's blood found in the lounge. I thought you'd say that. What, do you think I wouldn't have noticed? I think you just found a way to cleverly hide the body's splatter in the lounge by accidentally spilling grape juice on top of it. Are you accusing me of tampering with the crime scene now? We'll see, won't we? The forensic scientists are hard at work on that as we speak. And what do you propose I did after that? Wow, grape juice to hide the evidence. That's too smart for me.
Hold it!
So I put the victim's body into the suitcase, and then where was I headed, Francisca?
That's what I'm wondering.
That's pretty obvious. You were bringing it to first class where you could safely keep an eye on it.
Right.
But talking about this thing, you know, I'd hardly call it discreet or ordinary. Annoying brat. Well then, you were intending to leave it inside the elevator. But unfortunately for you, a wrench was thrown into your plans.
Honestly, that kind of makes sense, actually. Like, if you hit a body, we'll ignore that the body should smell.
of blood and so many other problems. But it does kind of make sense that if you like hid the body in a suitcase, you could like keep it on hand effectively. Good luck trying to get that through support or air support though. My brain is empty AF at the moment, so I'm no help. Also, who the fuck wants an abnormal suitcase next to them? Right? It's not worth it. Plane hit the patch of turbulence and out flew this body.
Hold it!
You've experienced turbulence on a flight before. Of course, many times. You get used to it after a while. The patch we hit was especially rough, and I passed out briefly, but only for a second.
Good thing it was only for a second, sir. It'd be bad if you'd really blanked out.
Yes, indeed. Unfortunately, blanking out is exactly what got me in this mess in the first place. That's enough of your idle chatter. I'm not through with you yet, Miles Edgeworth.
Are you gonna ignore the fact that he just testified to the fact that he was passed out because he has a fear of, like, earthquakes and shaking and stuff?
Hold it!
Just push everything. If I really were a criminal, do you really think I would be so easily caught?
Objection!
You are certainly in the middle of being caught right now.
Wow.
I have to find the contradiction fast, or I won't have much of my own hide left to save. I have to say you were looking rather caught right now, and I'll tell you exactly what you did after that. You loitered around in the lounge.
I'm pretending to be the discoverer of the body.
Hold it!
I didn't pretend to be anything. I really was the first to discover the victim's body. I suppose that's true. So then, you're yielding to my statements. Don't be foolish. I still insist you are the killer, but in that sense, you really were the first to discover the body to be dead. No matter what I say, she seems dead set on making me out to be the killer. Her logic is reasonably sound.
A large majority of it reflects the truth.
What did I miss? What am I missing?
Oh, I was doing so well, and now I'm like, I don't know. Picked up over the floor in front of the elevator. There is but a there is but a passport inside. But a passport. Okay, found at 6:15 a.m. on the first floor. Was hit on the back of the head. This is the magazine. Victim's pocket, a souvenir. This picture still confuses me. Victim supposedly had one, but it's gone missing. Did the killer take it? Do I need this? It was taken out in its display case in the in-flight shop after the turbulence. Is this been affirmed as the murder weapon? I guess not. Spilt during the turbulence. Looks like footprints and something being dragged. Okay, refueling. The testimony. This was used to transport the body. It was designed by Ms. Marinero. It's a beautiful pattern that has been soiled by blood. Fuck me, bro. What the fuck? Read yourself and acquired the Biggie Bank before the plane hit that turbulence. There's so many statements here, like I can't even like just fuck around and try and figure out what it is, because if I did, I'd be here forever. Prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. How's it been? It's been an hour and a half. How am I so sleepy after only an hour and a half? What am I doing? Maybe I need chocolate. Guys, as you all know, when you're sleepy, just eat more sugar. Coming to a place near you, sourworms and your local frog advises you to eat more sourworms for your enjoyment. So please remember to frog, but also to grog up all them worms, okay? Yeah, ribbit. it's a brain heavy game. I honestly, in my brain, it shouldn't be though. You know what I mean? Like there's a part of me that's like, seriously, like, what's the problem?
Objection!
Fuck yes. Okay. Okay. I was just reading that line and my brain was like, hang on a second. It says that he acquired the fucking stuff. It said he acquired the piggy bank. He prepared himself and acquired the piggy bank. And I was like, it was inside of a case. Okay. We can keep going. Oh my god. I think it'd be easy, but some of this logic is fucked, so it's brain heavy trying to figure it out. Oh yeah. It feels like it should be easy, but it's just not. Words are complicated.
The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account in your testimony is to be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly something to be feared.
Evidence and logic. Essential tools that those who would stand in a courtroom must learn to master.
But what if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix?
A fake.
This Captain Uggo piggy bank, it's just a fake. It is not the real murder weapon.
What?
The timing of when the bank was taken from the shop is important, and it was taken after the turbulence had occurred.
But then, what about the blood on the bank? What do you make of that?
I assume it was added after the murder, when the killer fabricated this weapon. Looking at it this way, the killer basically did 3 things after the turbulence.
Oh.
After exiting the elevator.
I like this. This is good animation, by the way.
The killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there.
So see, like, he only would have had to walk for like less than 10 seconds.
Then the killer proceeded to pick the bank up from off the floor.
So Edgeworth said he'd been unconscious for like 10 minutes, by the way, before he found the body. So.
The killer proceeded to pick the bank up off the floor and took it to fabricate a murder weapon by hitting the victim on the head.
And then put the wallet.
And finally, the victim's wallet was planted on my personage, in my pocket to be precise. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Mr. Ackby Hicks.
Dead body. You there. You're spare.
Other than this piggy bank, was everything else resembling a murder weapon found?
And finally singing in a lounge or in the shop that could be used as one, ma'am. Most of the items that could have been used were broken during the turbulence, and the remaining items all tested negative for any traces of blood.
I see. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it appears your stall tactics are at an end.
Yay! We did it! Oh, thank God. Okay, save. Franziska is scary, okay? She's real smart.
What is it possible? It's just hidden somewhere, sir?
I love the idea of grown men just going, eek! I'm scared.
If the criminal has wanted to hide the weapon in a safer place, I think the weapon would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody cloth. Exactly what I was thinking. Because the cloth was hidden inside that suitcase, it signals to me that the killer had not prepared a more secure place to hide the evidence, which means that the real murder weapon is either still on the murderer's personage, or is still at the real crime scene.
Objection!
There is one more possibility.
I love these two. They're such good siblings.
That the piggy bank is in fact the real weapon. But didn't we just... Let me finish. The killer took the bank out from the display case before the turbulence by opening the lock on the display case door. And it was at that time that the glass pane in the door was broken. I'd say that's a perfectly reasonable line of reasoning, wouldn't you say? Reasonable line of reasoning. I hate it. Let's see. So that means the killer had the key to the display case.
Francisca, the person you're talking about.
Not so fast. I'm not finished. The person I'm talking about also committed another sin. She tricked the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Yes, it is the sin of lying.
I don't think lying is a sin, guys. I feel like one does not lie. Was that in the Bible somewhere? I don't think so. I don't think there's anywhere in there about lying. It's like, don't murder, don't. What? It's not count.
Speaking of which, I recall that you also wish to speak with her.
Yes.
Very well, permission granted, but only if I can sit in on your interrogation. Do we understand each other?
I have no intention of interrogating her, but you're welcome to accompany me if you so wish.
Miss Tenero is in the flight room's attendance room. Let's move.
Yay! Man, my animation was whack there. It's this room. This place is a mess, bro. It's been another hour. Can you believe it? Oh, professional style. They have a little tip on how to tie the bow. She doesn't tie it properly. Oh. Says what height of the knees. She's at least got the knee height of this straight. What does that say? Straight hue? Hem? I'll read that. Button up. I like how she accents like her thing a little bit differently, but aside from that, it's all appropriate. So it looks like she has some buttons that came off here. Some food. Oh, I guess this is... So the top one is hers. And the bottom one is, Cammy's. 223.
So you're the one that poked around inside this plane without the captain's permission. Deviating from the flight attendant's manual is very unbecoming, you know. What were you hoping to accomplish by doing that?
Oh, fuck. What was the difference between the voices? Meds taken. Fuck yeah, let's go. Woo! Medication. It's good for you. It helps you sleep. It makes you always stop from weep. Because when you take the best of medication, you know that one day you'll get that vacation. Don't listen to that. Oh my god. Anyway. Miss Tenero.
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, you're here too?
Fuck, I did the voices too similarly. Like, one's slightly higher and one's slightly lower. What the fuck am I doing? Can you please tell us and shed some light on why you did what you did?
Alright.
I want to observe the room.
It's pretty easy to tell who sleeps in which bunk just by looking. I'm almost certain that the well-kept one up top belongs to Miss Tenero.
Ew, this bottom one is a giant mess.
You sloven, squalid scoundrel of a man. You dare to scrutinize a woman's bed and invade her privacy.
Yeah. Aw, that's cute. Defensive of her.
There are some things in life best kept to yourself, detective.
Is a way to go here? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was... I thought we came through here. You can understand why I would think we would go through here. Is this the cargo?
Why is all this junk inside these boxes? There's no rhyme or reason to any of it. That's our lost and found, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gold crowns and swords and necklaces like a treasure trove in here, sir.
The fact that these were left on the plane implies they were carried onto it to begin with. Something tells me it's time for Goyu to send its metal detectors out for repairs.
Hi, house. Han, you're amazing. You're amazing! Look at you go! Doing amazing. Doing awesome. What did I miss? Frog. Frog says, good morning. Ribbit. Good morning. Remember to always drink more water. Yeah. That's what I say, Ribbit. Yeah. You gotta listen to the frog, okay? Listen to the frog. Otherwise, frog will be sad. Don't want to make the frog sad. Hey, Vitamin. Remember to always salute Giga Chat. Always salute it? And by that I mean what happened lately. What's happened lately? In game or out of game? Oh, that's what Aelin asked. Okay. Not sure why that made it past tense. Well, it's past tense now. Both, I guess. I am 4 days out of 7 down. So I'm more than halfway done with the week of work that I have in front of me. So hopefully tomorrow's the hard day. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so tomorrow could be really bad. But if I can get through tomorrow, the rest of I'll hopefully be able to get through the last 2 days alright without breaking apart. Hopefully. Hopefully. I beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth yesterday. Hey, nice! Congratulations! You did it! Dun da da da. So do you still have like, do you have like other content you still need to finish off, or is it like, dun dun? Dun dun. I see, I see. Inside the game, we're doing a case where there's a plane. And we are trying to prove, we're trying to find out who did it. Yeah. Thank God only Jesus could be resurrected. And in game, no idea, my brain is broken in the bullshittery above. Is one set of really hard rematches against bosses. I kind of went, nope, to that. That's fair. Well, now you're done. 111 hours. Oh my God, that is so much. So much. Oh, shit. This is also a very valid statement. No! Leads to the cargo hold. Oh, it leads to the cargo hold. This is definitely making Cammy seem way more suspicious. I mean, I don't know how she'd lift a body, but here we are. Maybe that's why she needed the suitcase. But I can't let you through without Ms. Von Karma's express permission. It's not a bad way to handle this situation if it was any old case. So between you and Ms. Von Karma, who's better at their job? Well, there's no comparison to be made, detective. None. Aw, that's cute. Mouse, Edgeworth, isn't there something that you should be doing right now? Of course, I should be asking Ms. Mary for a Sunday story. That's right. Yeah. Alright. Why did you hurry up with your interrogation already? Alright, I just wanted to investigate things, okay? You can't blame me. It's one of the suitcases designed by Ms. De Niro. You can tell it's hardly ever been used by the lack of even a scratch on it. That's suspicious. So these are the tenants' lockers, huh? Let's hurry up and examine them, sir. Why must men always be so rude? Besides, who exactly gave you permission to search through the attendants' lockers? Wait, detective. It would be uncouth of us to look at a woman's locker without her permission. Yeah, I guess so. Plus I feel this matter's draft and I can sense a whip not far behind. Frog! Yeah. I'm only now realizing the redirection line could have been considered rude. A resurrection line. Sorry about that. No. Why would it be rude? It's a good thing, okay? There's a reason why Jesus was resurrected, okay? To save us, to spare us all from sin. Apparently. There's so far no one else has proved themselves worthy of being resurrected, and that's just the way it is. You know how it is. How was your day? I had a chat. It was good. It was cruisy. We were hanging out. We were chilling. We were chillaxing. It was a good time. What's happening? Okay. That reminds me, I was gonna check something. Oh, the weather. I was gonna check the weather again. It's supposed to rain. How am I gonna get to work if it's raining? Alright, Captain's permission. She seems so sad.
Why did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that?
Because I didn't think I would be able to get his permission.
What do you mean?
Captain, he only had ears for Cammy. I spoke with the captain a little myself. Did I say ears or eyes? Did I say ears? Did I say ears? Wait, was it ears? It is ears. Okay, I'm not going insane. Okay. I was like, I said ears, and then my brain was like, huh? I spoke with the captain a little earlier myself. He definitely seems to be rather taken with Miss Melee. Again, definitely seems like Cammy would steal. Possibly.
Yes, and on top of that, I had mistakenly accused Mr. Edgeworth of being the killer. I wanted to make amends.
In that case, please allow me to thank you for what you did. Thanks to you, I was able to clear myself of all charges.
Really? You were able to prove your innocence? Well, thank goodness. Miss Tenero, is it? There is one more thing I'd like to ask you. You were in the in-flight shop just before the turbulence, weren't you? Please answer honestly. Yes, I was. And why were you there? Well,
Why the sudden hesitation? Francisco seems to have struck a nerve.
All I did was go check up on the shop like I always do. You're saying it was for work, then?
Why'd they have to put these two voices side by side?
Yes, I'm in charge of the shop, so I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. After your visit to the shop, you paid a visit to this room, correct? Yes, I came back to freshen up and adjust my makeup. I'm sorry, but there isn't much else to tell.
Miss De Niro claims to have no reason other than duty to go to the shop. But is that all there is to it? Maybe I should ask her about that thing. Wait, what thing? There's a thing? The suitcase?
Oh, that's the suitcase.
Yes, about the suitcase. You're the one who designed it, correct? And I think I figured something else about it. This suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it?
There's nothing you won't find out eventually, is there?
Won't you please tell me more about this suitcase?
Yes, I was interested in seeing how the suitcases I had designed were selling. I know that as a service professional, I'm not supposed to care, but I really wanted to know.
Oh.
And I was glad to see that it was the last one there.
I was glad to see that it was the last one there. Really? But there was two there. The last one there. What? This lady seems sus from the plane case. Nah, she's not sus. None of these guys did it. Hell yeah. Hashtag hugs. She went there after the killer had it, but before the killer put it back. Yeah, which is weird. It doesn't make- oh shit. It doesn't make any sense. Because that's a very narrow timing, you know what I mean? Like, which means she would have seen Edgeworth passed out on the floor, right? Because, fuck. If the murder happened during the turbulence, or at least right before the turbulence, Miles was fucking unconscious. Maybe that's why she's being cagey about it. She's like, yeah, I saw you unconscious and ignored you.
So you're saying, Mr. Nero, that the suitcase in question was the last one?
Yes, they're just so popular they're practically flying off the shelves.
That's not exactly the impression I got.
The one in the shop is most definitely the last one.
Well, we're currently looking at that suitcase.
Really? Then I guess we sold all of them. Thank you so much for taking the last one.
I didn't say anything about buying it.
Then say you'll buy it.
I'm sorry, I can't.
But why? I think it would go great with your complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you. I guarantee it personally as a service professional.
Well, that is, how should I put this? It's hideous.
What?
Maybe that was a bit too direct. Moving on, my issue with suitcases isn't the design, it's the number of them remaining.
Remaining?
There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it.
2? But that's impossible. I'm sure there was only 1. Looks like her story has generated quite the contradiction. When I left the shop, I'm positive there was only 1 suitcase left.
Something is amiss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? By the way, Mr. Nero, what is one of those suitcases doing here?
That's what I was wondering. More buddies.
That's...
I thought you said there was only 1 left.
That one is, it's mine. I've used it for a very long time now.
But it has a price card, Todd.
She's used it for a very long time. I think not. Mr. Nero, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me.
Excuse me?
I don't believe for even 1 second that you've used this for a very long time.
I'm gonna save just in case.
The price tag is on it.
Take that!
Tell me, Mr. Nero, it is also your habit to keep the price tag pristine on your suitcase.
What is the meaning of this? Why would you lie about a suitcase?
Despite having faith in her design sense, the sale numbers made her cry bitter tears. The truth is becoming increasingly clear to me.
She's been kidnapping all of the cases one at a time. She's been taking all of the suitcases one at a time so that it looks like they're being sold, so it makes it look like they're selling well to the people.
Mr. Nero, I think I understand. I know what you're trying to hide. Now then, this suitcase was originally in
flight shop.
Seeing as how the price tag is still on the suitcase, one can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. And the person who bought this suitcase was...
herself?
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it, Mr. Nero? I hate to say this, but this suitcase that you designed, it hasn't sold very well, has it? You saw how poorly this design that you'd poured your heart into was selling, and were deeply hurt. That's why you wanted to make it look like it was selling by buying it yourself. Isn't that right?
Then the reason you went to the shop and came back here was... I'm sorry. All I really have is my job. I was overjoyed when When my design was chosen, I thought that maybe I had finally accomplished something.
But the suitcases didn't sell.
It's because of the design, isn't it? Or because it's, as you put it, hideous?
Can't say they chose a great place in which to sell them either.
There's a lot of different reasons. Sleepy eepy, so I'll see everyone tomorrow. Love you all. Love you too, Aylin. Have a good night's sleep. Take care. Rest up.
We weren't selling a single one, and they were just sitting there collecting dust. I felt so bad seeing them there, day in and day out, so I decided to buy one for every flight I work.
As if you make enough money.
You buy one every single time you work a flight?
I see. So in order to keep your resolution, you went and bought one today as well. Yes. And here is my receipt for that purchase. Oh, thank God.
5:40 a.m. Okay. I just want to say, that's really interesting. Because it says 5:40, right? 5:40 is again way before the murder took place, right? Like, I'm just saying, like, that was before the wine got spilled on the floor, right? So that means that she did that whole walking backwards and forwards thing before the events of the crime even took place. Probably.
This receipt is clearly stamped for 5:40 a.m.
When is the murder then?
The truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. They're planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight.
Mr. Nero, where are the other suitcases?
They should all be down in the cargo hold. Then the suitcase the killer used.
Could very well have come from the cargo holds.
Mr. Edgeworth, you don't think the killer used one of my suitcases too?
Yes, I do. The killer used one of your beloved suitcases to move the victim's body.
Wow, really helping out there, bud.
How could they? Those suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on their trips. That's all I ever wished for them to be.
Mr. Nero, is there any other way to get to the cargo hold other than the elevator?
Only other way is through the door there.
Cammy.
And what about security?
That door has no special lock installed because, just to enter this room, you need a special keycard that only crew members have access to.
Which means that the culprit is someone who can enter this room, eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects.
I can't believe it.
Yes, Francisca.
I just love that. Just the transition of hold it. Yes. I want to get breakfast, but I'm waking up slow. That's okay. Listen, you don't have to eat now, okay? You can just have some Weet-Bix. Eat a sandwich.
Take that. Going on these wild goose chases. You're a disgrace to the Von Karma name.
Luckily, that's not my last name.
And what do you mean by that?
Suitcase came from the cargo hold. The fact alone tells the whole story.
Yes, which is why I said the culprit must be a crew member who used their keycard.
Miles Edgeworth, you're proposing that the killer rode the elevator from the cargo hold, correct?
Yes, that's the only realistic possibility.
That other attendant, Miss Melee, asked her earlier and she had this to say.
Francisca got information out of Ms. Melee.
In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different keycard is required.
A different one?
Yes, and the only person who holds that particular card is you, Ms. Rhoda Tenero, and only you.
What? Is that true, Ms. Tenero?
Yes, I keep that keycard in my locker at all times.
Oh, it's in your locker, right? Well, that doesn't mean it's still there. Or that Ms. Melee could have easily taken it and put it back.
Could you please show us that card right now?
Yes, hold on.
We're getting there, lads.
I don't believe it.
Shocking. It's not there.
What's wrong?
The key card, it's gone. Ha ha ha. Very clever. Pretending that your card was stolen when in fact you were just trying to hide it from us. You really thought this through. Oh, wait, it's not like that. You can tell us all about what it's like down at the station. Officer, arrest this woman.
No! Dear. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Edgeworth?
He thinking, bro. He thinking hard. I like how this picture is just all of them looking towards the camera, the corner where the door is.
What's wrong? There's disbelief written all over your face.
Again, I love the idea of her being like such a good system that she's like, she can read his face better than anyone else can. Everyone else is like, oh, it's Mr. Edgeworth. He just looks so stone cold, you know? And then it's just Francisco that's like, wow, you look shocked. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Francisco, I know that you're the lead investigator on this case, however...
Hold it. Don't even think about wasting any more of my time.
Huh?
You know the rules as well as I do. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that base tenet still applies. I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Miles Edgeworth?
I intend to do likewise.
Yeah, let's go. There's so many parts to this. What's going on? We're getting there, guys. One more part. We just need to investigate the cargo hold and we should be set. March 12th, 2:52 p.m. So that was only half an hour.
Wow, this is cargo hold, huh? Look at him run.
It's so cute.
It's so big!
Oh, I love the little walking animations. They're so cute.
This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and the ultra luxurious first class seating.
So, is this the real thing of the scene of the murder?
There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we're here, correct? Okay, let's get investigated, sir.
This definitely seems to be pointing towards Cammy. I thought it was Cammy from as soon as she was introduced, but it's weird because I feel like an incentive is not really, doesn't really make sense as of yet. Was it to frame De Niro for a crime so she could get closer to the captain?
Oh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Here, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, detective. It can't move. Oh yeah, I guess nothing would happen if you push it now. Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without the special key card. We're at the door to the attendant's room and the elevator's control panels. Require a key card, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here.
Alright, how big is this place anyway? Oh, okay, it goes out a little bit. It goes out. Bed sheets from Virginia. Oh, look at it go. They could have easily grabbed one out of here. That explains what they wrapped the body in. Okay. Let's start over here.
All sorts of boxes are piled up here. This one says flammable, and this one it says pharmaceuticals. This one says for exorcism use only.
What?
Just what kind of operation is this airline running?
Yeah, wondering.
Have you noticed anything strange happening around here? No, sir. I haven't noticed a thing. I'm not sure he meant to sound so oblivious. Hey, what's with the suitcase, pal?
It's what the victim checked in, sir.
So this suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look. There's nothing out of the ordinary here, sir. Wait, a file. And there's a photo of Ms. Von Karmer in it, sir. It looks like a profile on Franziska.
It really does feel like they're actually connecting all of these stories together. Like, so it's not 100% certain as of yet, but so far we had case files, right? We had case files that were stolen in the first one, and now we have Mr. Hicks, who seems to have some sort of like to have like the documents on documentation on Franziska, maybe that's related to that missing case file. Maybe.
Why would Mr. Hicks have this have a file on her?
She did also say that she turned up like way too quickly too. She turned up way too quickly to the crime scene, almost like she kind of anticipated it.
Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew.
This sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir.
By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so.
Oh, he's so sweet. What's this?
Oh, I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo.
This thing's as tall as two of you on top of each other, sir.
It would probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity.
Whoa, really? Guess that sounds about right.
There's really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, Detective.
Holy suitcases, Miss Edgeworth. It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase affair.
These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company is planning to dispose of after this flight is over.
This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy.
Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness. Except for your bank account. He doesn't have the money for that, okay?
You think so? Then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200! Think I'll pass.
And Ms. De Niro wonders why they don't sell. You'd need 2 jobs just to buy one.
That is so true.
Although it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? It's a bunch of glass fragments.
Glass fragments? Like from the case? I have to admit, this does answer one question though. I kept wondering why would she use the elevator? Like just before, like so if we say Cammy, right, did the crime. It's our man Edgeworth. Sorry. He's like oh my god.
Go ahead, Hannah. You got this.
Okay. If she has the key card to get into here, I was wondering if she, like, yeah, if she has the key card to get into here, why would she then go to take the elevator? And it would make sense if she, or somebody, whoever, ended up murdering down here. That would make sense, right? Because they can murder them down here. Like, you can walk down here, but you wouldn't be able to bring a body up here. You know what I mean? So, taking it to the elevator here and then bringing it up, because it would be easier to carry in the suitcase, is the point.
You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And then immediately began to direct the investigation? It seems to me you were already here at this airport for something something besides this murder.
Yes, I was. I've been following a very large and involved governmental level international crime. But it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it's decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Ooh, okay. Came to this airport as an Interpol liaison. Damn, she's fancy.
Interpol is involved.
It's a top secret operation, so I can't tell you any more than I already have. This is, again, really interesting, because, you know, this like really big investigation is probably going to have some impact later on. We'll see like Franziska get in trouble and we'll be like, oh, we need to go in and save Franziska. Okay. I guess present the information. Nope, it's not there. Never mind. Alright. Let's see if there's anything I can connect. Oh, the broken glasses. That would make sense. Fuck yeah. I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses.
And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses.
Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of the glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected.
So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir?
Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now?
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Hicks was part of Interpol, right?
Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Franziska?
Oh, I know, but he's a big fan of Miss Von Karmer, sir.
Franziska said she'd come to this airport as a part of an Interpol investigation.
Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her.
Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol Agent Hicks. I think Franziska has some explaining to do.
Alright. Back we go. Gonna save again.
You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you?
You're okay.
I was 2 seconds ago.
Hell yeah. Good on you. Bedtime. Yeah. Do you think the sleep medication's helping?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Enough to just make me want to go to sleep.
Good. Sleep is important.
Yeah. But I did a headstand and that didn't help.
Why did you do a headstand?
Why wouldn't I?
Okay.
Anyways, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, good night,
Stay safe. Don't get.
Hello, I exist, but work is busy. No worries, Estania. Don't you worry.
So do I. I exist in work.
I'm just gonna go to the toilet, guys. I'll be back. Anyway, well, hi guys. I'm back. Hell yeah. Alright, let's do this. Oh. Nonsense, what are you talking about?
We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct?
I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles.
Oh, it's cute. I think that's the first time in this day that she hasn't called me by my full name.
But it looks like they got to him first.
So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then?
Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring.
What? Okay, this is pointing towards the guy doing it now, more than Cammy. I thought it might have been Cammy, but now I'm like, maybe it's the Bosnia guy. Bornvinja, whatever it was. Born Virginia.
He was undercover to investigate this crime, and it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead.
I think we have plenty of definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold.
Well, what is he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Oh.
Mr. Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Franziska, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation?
No, unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed.
I see.
Look at them both in thought. They're thinking so hard. It's so funny. Isn't Franziska like 19, but also like a 10-year-old veteran of lore? No, I think she's like the youngest prosecutor to ever be made a prosecutor, I believe. I think she's like 2 years younger than Miles. Possibly? I can briefly check. No, she's still 19. Okay. I think Edgeworth is supposed to be 25, I think? I forgot she was 19. Fuck, man. She's so pretty. But yeah, I think she was like made a prosecutor at 17 or something. I can't remember.
I have another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. And then, when he was murdered here, these glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then, the killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and they entered the elevator. But while they were riding it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence.
So he did fall out. That's stupid, but okay.
Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks's body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell from his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there were money scattered all over the elevator floor.
Alright, sounds pretty good. Sounds like a open shut case. Yeah, she was one of the youngest prosecutors. Okay.
I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage.
What? Really, sir?
I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Ms. Rhoda Tenero.
Why not? Why?
Hold up, no. No. If it was a crew member, any of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Ms. Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you say?
But you're ignoring the fact that she said it was missing.
She said it was missing.
Just kind of mocked the anime trope of he's an ancient grizzled old guy, he has 5 PhDs, knows 15 languages, is a professional chef, airline pilot, and a colonel in the Air Force, age
24.
Yeah, it's a bit weird like that. I feel like I don't watch, I mean, I feel like I don't see that all the time. But yeah, no, they love to do it. My problem is always like the anime trope of just expecting way too much from teenagers. They're like, ah, yes, Ichigo Kurosaki. He is a responsible teenager that will help save everyone. No. When I went back and watched Bleach recently, I think I kind of admired the fact that, I mean, actually, no, I got annoyed by the fact, I should say. It's an interesting, I got annoyed by the fact that it's really interesting seeing how much Rukia keeps forgetting that Ichigo was only 17. You know, like, Rukia always is like, how come you don't know this? How come you don't follow due process? Like, why don't you do this, 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 and this? Like, everyone else is an adult trying to babysit Ichigo. That is, like, the entire thing that's going on. And everyone else is just trying to deal with it. Like, I don't know, like, it's kind of infuriating how much Rukia just expects him to, like, understand management. And obviously Ichigo comes in like, why don't we just go in and do the right thing? God bless him. Carefully doesn't mention spoilers. What? What? For what? For what? What? Yeah.
Trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that.
Alright. Definitive evidence. Is this the final part of this entire... I'm wondering if this is like, are we nearing the end or is there still more to unlock? I feel like we've said everything we possibly could, but I also feel like we still have to talk to someone else, possibly. Crew member, one of them could have... Wait, so do I have evidence saying that she said that the thing was missing? No. Okay, cool. If a crew member was any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such a high level access is Ms.
There's not a single flaw in Franziska's reasoning. However, there must be something I can work with that I can draw out of her.
Alright, suppress.
Hold it!
Why would such important things like the keycard be entrusted to only one person?
According to Kami Meli, Rhoda Tenero is in charge of most of the important stuff.
Again, that doesn't mean that she's not complicit.
Then what exactly is Ms. Meli in charge of?
Chatting it up with the foolish captain, apparently. She was being so foolishly foolish that I didn't want to ask what her other duties were.
I understand how you feel, but whipping me just now was uncalled for.
In the end, the only one who could have let Agent Hicks into the hold was Renner.
No! Bullshit!
Hold it!
That might be true, but then it could be anyone, including Ms. Mele, or even the captain.
Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot is in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider, crop in hand, much like Scruffy over there.
Go ahead. I can't disagree with her on that. Detective Gumshoe does always need a guiding hand. And I'm the one who can provide it. Very well, then what about the other flight attendant, Miss Mele?
Huh, I thought you might ask about her.
What? Did you... Wait, what? I thought you might ask about her, and then just says nothing.
Hold it!
I find it highly unlikely Akima was stolen. But it's highly likely the keycard was stolen from Ms. Tenero.
It's highly likely. Is that possibility the best you could come up with? And you call yourself a disciple of my father?
I don't actually. Not anymore. He murdered my father.
Well, yes, well, while I don't have any evidence, I
love him. Be quiet, you're a disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Ms. Rhoda Tenero, you know. It's not just the keycard that gives her away.
Are you talking about the murder weapon? The Captain Ugo piggy bank?
Yes, she is also the only person with a key
to open the display case. Alright. Further, there is the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank. Ah yes, the murderous bank. Hold it! Also, so Wings, do you remember My Life as a Villainess or Roots Lead to Doom? Of course I do! The most greatest anime that I've watched that has the most polyamorous relationships ever. We proved it got thrown out from the inside. Do we actually have solid proof of that? I mean, obviously I'm gonna press it first, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, it was taken out of this place. It says this was taken out of its display case. It does not. I mean, I agree, but I don't think there's any evidence. I don't know. So someone has written a crossover with the MCU? What? How? With Katarina as Doctor Doom.
What? How? What?
How does that work?
What? All routes lead to Doom. It's amazing. Oh my god. Is this like is this a fan fiction you found? What is this? What? I'm curious now. It's Baccarina, but with an int stat. With an int stat. Yes, yes it is. Oh my god. Okay. Stop there, Miles Edgeworth. I don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. You don't have any proof. If you must keep on insisting that it's a fake, then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? It's obviously the suitcase was the murder weapon. Why not? Wait, hold on. Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. I mean, it could have been the suitcase. Is there a dent on this? Anyone see a dent on this? Dent? I don't really see a dent on it. I'm just saying, like, what's the probability you could have just picked this up and whacked him over the head with, the heel of this or something? And then they grabbed a cloth, wiped it down, stuffed him inside of it, and had to get rid of it. Like, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. What shall I examine further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon? The body, the crime scene, the piggy bank. The body, right? Because we want to see if there was any other signs of a murder? Hold up. Fucking amazing. It got discussed on my Discord. I read it all yesterday. Oh my god. I mean, I feel like I would want to examine the body to see if the actual, like, see if there's any other ways of the murder taking place, because the piggy bank can't really tell us anymore, I would argue. Francisco, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes, we don't have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon? Feck. Scruffy!
Yes, sir.
Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy.
Yes, sir.
Look at him run. Here he goes.
We've got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
It's consistent. What is it, detective?
They're still doing the autopsy, but they said they already know this one thing for sure.
Report, now.
The doc said it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his
Mid-back? I was right, it was the suitcase. From the victim's shoulder to his back. He was beaten over such a wide area.
I was fucking right, bitches. Let's go.
Well, I was saying maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir.
Oh, look at me go. Scruffy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean?
Hey, well, that's,
Was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, detective?
oh well, they said they're still looking into that, sir.
You're completely useless.
Oh, don't say that. He's trying his best.
Oh, poor boy.
Sorry, I already told you already. You can't go down there.
No.
Oh, you remove yourself from my way. What is all the racket? It's the guy, right? Yeah, he fucking would.
My luggage.
My luggage, my cargo, they're mine, and I demand you return them to me.
We're still investigating the cargo hold.
Please understand and have a little patience. I suppose there's no choice. Fine. I think he gave. Oh, where are you? Oh no. This poor man. You have no choice, but you left me to use strong force. Ah! You won't get past me. Oh. This is. Wait, that's it. So that's how the whole thing. So that's what this whole thing has been about. What? What? Sorry. Is there some way for me to prove that this isn't the real murder weapon? Oh, okay. I'm having like a whole moment.
After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed.
If we could find anything that could be considered the real weapon in the hold.
Doc said it was one giant bruise from beating.
I know the answer because I'm smart. Come on, guys. Don't celebrate too soon, Wings. No, don't tell me that, okay? I'm working on it. Oof. No. Happening twice at once. Oh my god, it worked! It worked! It hasn't been working. The sound effect hasn't been working. Thank you for the follow, Dorkblade. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a good day. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is an extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. Wait, suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. Okay, I still think I'm right. Alright, it's just putting me in this... I wanted the suitcase in here, but that's fine. Okay. If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out, but so far we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning, because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. Poor guy.
What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here?
Franziska! What? What do you want? I found it, Franziska. I found the real murder weapon. You did. Safe. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but that's fine. You did.
He really jumped.
Pardon. We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time.
Might be hurt. We should go check on him, sirs.
There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit.
This coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across.
Anyway, if you really are a prosecutor, then you'll back yourself up with evidence.
You two aren't listening at all, are you?
Come then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of. Show evidence.
And this is the real murder weapon.
Take that!
The real weapon is this suitcase.
When you say it with such confidence, I suppose you have some, must have some evidence.
Of course, Agent Hicks was placed into the suitcase alive. And it was while he was in there that he was beaten in the head. What?
No, I'm saying he would whack him in the back. What do you mean? I wonder if you'd die if I whipped you from head to toe right now. Was I wrong?
What are you thinking, woman? Of course I would.
Anything? Wait, what? Wait, but the suitcase. It's you whack him in the back with it. What?
There's a wide bruise running from the victim's shoulder down to his mid-back. Maybe I should be focusing on what could cause such a large bruise in one strike.
You mean the suitcase?
The wallet.
The phone? But the suitcase made sense. What do you mean?
Whack him with the suitcase, wipe it down. What?
Maybe it was with another living human being. Whack them together. What? But the suitcase.
I just saw wings. He fell? He was pushed? From the top story? I don't have any evidence to show you.
Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool with a foolish fool meant to fool me. What do you mean I don't have any evidence to show?
Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what was the real cause of death. All? The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result.
Really?
In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground.
He
fell to his death.
Yes, this is the only plausible possibility.
This is in a plane. How big is this plane, guys? Can we talk about this plane for a second?
Like, I'm just saying, like, I know the plane's, like, massive, okay? Have you seen the fucking plane? Like, they make it look, like, fuck, is there, like, a better picture of it? Whatever. It's a big plane, okay? But,
like, for it to count as
like, I'm just saying, like, in order to die from a fall, I mean, depending on how you're falling, don't get me wrong, it depends on how you fall, it depends on a lot of different factors, but usually you have to make sure it's a certain height, you know what I mean? Any normal plane, I don't think is, like, even if you had a space inside of the plane where you could fall down from, I don't think it should be large enough to kill you, right? I don't know. Anyway. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back, and the only rational explanation of these injuries is that he fell to his death.
But the murder weapon happened inside this plane.
I know.
Are you claiming that there was some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from?
As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time.
You can't mean.
Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of this very cargo hold.
Then we're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sir.
He's fine.
Hey, you! Tell me you aren't dead, pal.
Huh? Why are you screaming?
He's alive.
And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that.
Yet no, he's talking about falling down the stairs, isn't he? I suppose it's true that's not possible, given the current circumstances.
The current circumstances?
It's a ridiculously big plane. I don't like it. See, it makes sense with the suitcase. Whack him in the back. It made so much sense. A fall within a plane that shouldn't even logically be big enough to die from, probably, if you fell from. I just fucking hate it. Okay. What is that supposed to mean? Suppose the large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then?
It would have been a Borginian pancake for sure.
Wow. I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing. But the reality is that the cargo box is there. So there is no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. It may be there now, but there is no proof it was always there. What are you talking about? Ha, as if there could have been a window of time when that giant box was not there. Ah, but there was. What? Huh? What can I use to show that it's possible the box was not always there where it is now? The refueling, transfer cargo, and refuel at transfer point.
Take that!
You refueled in the Republic of Zengfa. Yes, this flight has a short layover in Zengfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. Ah.
Oh, it's labeled Zangfar Express.
Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zangfar. It's loaded on board during the refueling between 4 and 5 AM at the transfer point. Okay, but didn't the murder happen after that? Are you saying the murder happened even earlier? Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time? It would mean the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zengfa leg out of the flight, making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. Ah, but your theory is still very far-fetched. Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. Oh my god, it's still going. It's still going. What is happening? I'm like, surely I've done my last bit of investigations. No, no, no. There's more. I'm sure this is a short one, but... Alright. Lined up in two pretty neat rows. Too bad for Mr. Nero, but this design is unmarketable.
But what if it was cheaper, sir? Do you think they'd sell it to me at a discount? Or why don't they sell them in an airport and have a bargain basement sale? Buy one, get one free. If you win the raffle, you get one more free. How about those ideas, sir?
I think if they did that, everyone would lose. Wow. It's a harsh. Rather large piece of cargo.
Here's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. A-Lift Red Statue. Never heard of it.
Nor I, but all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the murder.
Let's get investigating, sir.
Oh, fucking hell. There he goes. Okay, do not go around touching my possessions without my permission.
Don't rush up on me like that, pal.
So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. Oh, can I stop talking to this guy? I don't like him. Keep track of I read that. Part-time mover, blah blah blah. Okay. Puppy ass. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This A-Lift Red Statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much, much more. Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold.
10 million cents?
I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packet of noodles that makes, Detective.
Darn, How'd you do that? So cute. I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year.
I love that they're friends. They deserve this. And though I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun, I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place. But he's so cute and so happy.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars?
Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there is a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer.
Very valuable piece of voucher. No! There will be no touching.
Oh! If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue was brought aboard in Zengfar. I think I need to question him a bit further. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc, I wonder if it might be a fake.
What? How dare you say my art is fake?
I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring.
Don't say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here.
Do you mean, fuck, voices. Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc? His name's Zinc? Why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. Go you Airlines Airway Bill. That's the statement. I can't read this. What does it say?
It says as plain as day, the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe.
And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. The statue was brought aboard in Europe, just as it states in the certificate. No, that's... Which means that there was never a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself.
You can have your wishes. Look at it yourself and see I'm right.
Oh, it all comes back to this. Okay, alright. There was a point it was getting to, and it came to this. Okay. This. I know I've seen this somewhere before.
This is the Aleph Red? It gives off such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it.
This statue has a high amount of historical value. Because after it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. It's worth 10 million cents.
I believe a closer look is warranted here. So this is the infamous Aleph Red statue,
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you find something?
There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it more in detail.
There's is there is that a stain? Can I go down? There's a stain?
Looks like this kind of like flecks or something, right? Anything else down here? Maybe it's just autistic flecks. I swear I've seen this somewhere before.
Well, this thing is worth 10 million cents. Look at how it sparkles, sir.
I wouldn't call it sparkling, detective. Maybe more along the lines of dully shining. What is this?
Governor, the statue looks like it's stepping all over its neighbor's cloth club. Kind of resembles its owner's attitude in a way, in a sense. Ho ho.
Ew, what'd you say now? Further, my clothing hem is not being stepped on by anyone. It's too expensive for me to allow that to happen.
Please forgive the trespasses of my subordinates.
How would I forgive in the dress if the dress passes? Unless it is an expensive dress, you keep it.
What? What? What was that? What we have here is the Zengfar Express in the cloth.
It's a golden cloth, sir.
Oh my god. I can move the statue to see under it? Maybe.
I'm gonna take a guess and say that this delivery company is based in Singapore.
Something is tugging on the corner of my mind, as though something is out of place. This was... Wait, so this was moved. Oh. Because how can this be on top of this? If this was... Fuck, right. It's also... Yeah. How is this on top of this? If this arrived before this. Yeah. God, that's confusing. Okay, go back up to the top. Is there like a fleck? Alright. Are these eyes made of some sort of gem?
That's a real nice shade of orange. For a second, I couldn't tell they were jewels. Oh, but they kind of remind me of the eyes of this stray cat that lives near my house.
Are the eyes supposed to be this color? Is it possible the statue is a fake? Let's find out. That's a good point. Ah, they're supposed to be red. Okay, well, facts. So what am I deducing? That it's a fake, or...? Okay, we're good. These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir.
I don't think you see what I'm talking about.
No, I do, but it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Oh, the memories. I remember standing out in the field, spinning with my arms out until I fell ill.
It's good times. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo?
Huh? Sir, they're red.
As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc.
What do you want? Do you not know I'm a busy man? I allow you 2 seconds for your answer.
The Inn of Respect. I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not?
That's the biggest trophy on the European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago.
Better grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is gonna be a long story.
Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy, but...
What is it? What is that? Sympathy? For what?
You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes.
That large fella there with the bright eyes and the pretty eyes compared to you?
I wasn't talking about the two of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo.
I started yelling now and oh! It is the photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe.
So it was replaced. So it was here, and it was stolen in the middle of this case. God, that's crazy. Can I just say that's so weird that between the last case and this case, there's been some sort of theft involved? Maybe it's the dude? There's a dude who stole stuff in the last thing because he was, I don't know, something about a Robin Hood guy, right? But here, there's a theft. I don't think it's gonna be connected to the same guy, but I'm just think it's interesting that there's a theft in relation to pardon, the artwork that's here. Do you see now, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. I believe that even further examination will be required. Now that we have confirmed that this is indeed fake, there must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zingvar. And I will present to you the evidence that resolves the remaining contradiction, which is down here. No. Okay, I thought I just had to identify the location. Deduce. The fake stuff. Sorry. Hold up, let me save. So I'm deducing
that this wasn't boarded, proof that was loaded on the onboard in Europe.
A well-trained gut tells me so. Let's see, well then.
I must be mistaken. Hold up. Cake. We're figuring it out, guys. Listen, sometimes the answers aren't always directly in front of you or something. Alright, well, let's try the other piece of evidence.
Eureka!
Ah, fuck. What do you mean? What do you mean? I presented the two most likely pieces of... What am I missing? What is there? What is possibly more to say? Obviously, the fact that it's sitting on top of it is the thing I want to connect, right? Like I set it up and everything. I said words and the words are like, whoa, like words. I'm just saying, like, Miles was literally setting up the hole and it's underneath the thing, you know, and yet now it's like, all right, you need to compare two pieces of evidence together. This one? Maybe it's this piece. Okay. Try this. Okay, we got there. Oh my god. There's clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of cargo cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo. That's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zhengfa, there is no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe, which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Zhengfa. Then what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask you in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There's only one reason why, to secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. He could have just as easily inspected all of the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true, however you have it backwards, Franziska. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. What? Huh? Sorry, what? I feel like we're gonna find out there was no murder in this case at all. He just fell. And then someone else was like, I'ma move the body. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been hard. Wait. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there is someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. Okay. Huh? Okay.
I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh?
Yes. While this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold, and a rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board.
photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold the Zenfar cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zengfar leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could fall into his death. Officer, move this statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath, now. Miss Von Karma, ready to report my findings. Go on. After finding the Aleph red statue out of the way, we tested the area under it with a luminol, and there was a reaction. Dun dun dun! There was a reaction to luminol, indication there was blood in that spot.
Can we stop looking at it now, sirs?
It would seem that my deductions were correct after all.
I suppose it would appear that way.
The culprit cleaned the blood up well.
And how do you think the killer did that?
How'd the killer clean up the blood? This?
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess.
I see. They had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Zengfar.
Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover.
So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zengfar?
There's no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Zengfar, then this becomes highly suspect. Melee's, right? Because she was the one who said Amias was there in his seat when we took off at 5 AM. Wait, what was the other? Sorry, what were the other two? I should just check. Well, I have no one else's testimony, so I guess recall Ms. Melee's testimony about Ancient Hicks in regard to when we departed Zengfar.
So Mr. Hicks sitting in the seat at 5 AM, you know?
She claims Ancient Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but
That totally contradicts the facts, sir.
But why would she lie about something like that?
I think the only person who can answer that is Ms. Melee herself.
Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
I have to admit, whenever I play these types of games, I always feel like it's always difficult to figure out how a murder happens, but I always feel like figuring out who did the murder is never that complicated because you only have so many options. You know, obviously it's not Miss Tenero because she's like, you know, helping out with Edgeworth. She's the first red herring. And obviously it's not, you know, what's his name is. I thought it might have been the captain maybe in some way, like, you know, like this autopilot on the plane, or, you know, left it to the Copa captain, but obviously they completely skimmed over doing like an interview with him, so I was like, alright, obviously it's gotta be Melee because she's the only other person left. Because LeBlanc kept giving me like I'm innocent vibes, you know what I mean? Like he just wants to do his job and go about his day. But she is suspicious. Titties and all. Ms. Melee. Ms. Melee. Do you recall what you said earlier about when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zengfar? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at the time. However, that is simply not possible, because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zengfar. Oh? Ms. Kamimele. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one could make a mistake so large, Ms. Melee. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way to resolving this contradiction. Very well, Ms. Melee, if you would, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 AM and 6 AM when the body was found. That's a really long period of time.
Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth?
god, this has gone on forever. Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. And from 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. How was a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Ms. Melee, wake up. She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Boop boop. Save. It's time. 20 more minutes. I was really hoping to get this case done, but oh my god, it keeps going. Can I press her while she's like sleeping? Miss Melee, wake up. I'm awake, I'm awake. Boss, Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant. Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use?
Hold it!
If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class in the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m. Yeah, that kind of stuff runs by Miss Rhoda. Then what were you doing in the attendance room at that time? Eating and then having the most delicious dream? You mean where you were neglecting your duties? No way, sleeping's a part of our job too, you know?
Hold it!
Miss Melee, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up! Wake up! Awake, I'm awake. Yes! What? Ah.
Yeah, what are you with me here for, sir?
Oh, what did I miss? A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead. Really? Sorry about that. You could make amends for that by continuing with your testimony.
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you? Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi. Oh well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes. Ms. Melee, there is a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. Huh? What are you talking about? It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m. The buying of the suitcase. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Ms. Melee. Huh? A receipt for what? It's for the suitcase Ms. Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp, as you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m. Ms. Tenero. Yes? Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Ms. De Niro, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct? Yes, I went to the first shop to buy a suitcase, after which I went straight to the attendant's room to drop it off. And did you see Ms. Melee there at that time? No. So, Ms. Melee, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Wow. Miss Chamomile. Huh? The bathroom? I'll be the one to ask the questions here. Yeah, maybe that's it. Well, I just missed her. Nature calls, you know. Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true. But it's the truth. Cross my heart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Reason for suspicion. Okay. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew, but you think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Ms. Rhoda all of a sudden? I have been from the beginning. I've been on her side, so I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Ms. Rhoda? I would never betray Phoenix, okay? I would never betray Phoenix, right? Alright? I am a loyal husband and I wouldn't dare do anything of the sort, okay? I do not have any interest in having an eye on anyone, either other than Phoenix Wright's fine ass, okay? Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? Never mind, but you know something? Ms. Rhoda actually kinda like... I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. Now's not the time for this sort of talk.
Let's be real, obsessive may be more accurate than loyal. I think they're both obsessive over each other.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statement regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies. But say I wasn't an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me then, would you? Yes, I suppose that's true enough.
Hold it!
God, I'm losing my voice. Man.
And what are you in charge of, Ms. Melee? I can take care of the attendance room. That doesn't count. But I spent so much time in there, and it might as well be my responsibility.
Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Virginian. She is the only one on the flight who is fluent.
Come on. Shh. Yeah.
Yes, Virginian.
Oh,
You mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant? Yeah, so I'm really good at Virginian? She's fluent in Virginian. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Virginian. Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Virginian. Very interesting.
Uh-oh.
Objection!
Fuck. Alright. Nope, I did it wrong. Damn it. Hey, Adam. Good morning. How you doing? Okay. So, I just proved that she speaks Virginian, but I didn't make her add that to the testimony. Wait, we had a whole train of thought there and nothing happened? Doing well, been out. One Piece was added to my free streaming service. Fuck yeah. Guess it's time for you to become an absolute One Piece fanatic like me. Hi, it's a good place to be. I'm obsessed. I need the newest chapter immediately. There's so much stuff. Did you do this? The crime? No.
I'm not interested in crimes. I'm only interested in grape juice, okay? If that's my crime, then what can I say other than I'm guilty? Grape juice, love. You're lying. How do you know what a lie looks like? Unless you're a liar. That's not how it works, but you understand the point. I don't know what this game wants from me anymore. I never inspected this. Not that there's any too much to be on it. Stamps, it says 5. That's it. Wow. Okay. That's all. I mean, technically, wine is grape juice. Shh. I never lie. I'm a food lover. Pound on those grape juice till they're jelly. Am I right?
Hold it!
Huh, but why? Well, Miss De Niro is busy with the passengers and all of her other duties. You have a lot of free time in your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer. Hey, don't talk about my husband that way. But I do not honestly believe Ms. Melee does not any actual work aboard this flight. Oh, that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth, although, well, I'm in charge of the attendance room and some Virginian stuff. Oh, okay, they added it to the end of the sentence. Okay, now we present the information. I was like, why didn't it add anything? Okay. Are you drunk? Nope. Oh, that's where that sound effect came from. Never drunk. Only sleepy. Alright? Or hungry. Or happy. Or angry. Or I don't remember the other ones. Doc. Not a doctor. Sorry. You look tired. What time is it for you? Bro, you don't know? It's almost 11:30. I'm very sleepy. And I did a 5-hour... It's been a long day. It's been a very long day. It's very busy. Very, very busy. So you're the only one in this flight crew that speaks Virginian. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, I guess so. So you're born in Virginia for a while? Sleepy, sleepy. I love her. She's literally me, except for the titties. I'm not, just cover them up. But like the hair and the sleepiness, that's on me. If that's the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose, to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Virginian is you, Ms. Melee. Yeah, look. Oh, okay. I'll let it slide. You let it slide. Obviously intoxicated. But I'll let it slide this time. Without your participation, the smuggling of the AEST Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. What is that? She's a bubble thing? Oh, she's Bubbles. Bubbles! She is me. Except I don't commit crimes. That's against the law. I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It's exactly as you say. Are you confessing to have participated in the smuggling? No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on the document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. Really? All you did was sign it? I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that. Bubbles. Bubble, bubble, bubble. It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight. Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring, and just when he was about to close in, he killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda had access to many things on this plane for work purposes.
Shooting bubbles. The Teddy is so cute. This is the anime L.O. Noir. Anime L.O. Noir would be so sick. Yeah, it would be actually. That'd be pretty cool. I always hear good things about that game. I haven't played it though.
Okay. So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who's under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. We have no proof that Rhoda is being set up or that she isn't. Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all the blame for the crime onto her, and this evidence will prove my suspicions.
Save. No, save shit. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning. I would have said the key, but this? Hold up. Hold on. Not the wallet. We just need the cell phone anyway. That's how we're gonna catch her, and in the end, we're gonna be able to be like, please ring the phone number then. And then they have the phone go off. That's what they need to do. It's out to frame Tenero from the very beginning. I just realized she's on the front cover of this video. Of this magazine. Hi, Philip. Hi, Han, you're my favorite. Hi, Philip. You're my favorite. But don't tell Da. Because Da's my favorite too. Okay. And you guys, like, all my favorite, like, well, not that I have favorites, but like, if you are my favorites, you will have to agree that everyone else is also the favorite. You know what I mean? It's the committee of favorites, okay? Where everybody's the favorite. I'm just an atom. Yeah. Not very Twitch friendly, if you know. Okay. Great, Philip. There are different categories of favorite. Yeah. Favorite sister, favorite duck, favorite owl, favorite star, favorite... There's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot, because it's like one for each person. What favorite am I? Favorite? Mad Lad. Obviously. Okay.
Exactly. Doing great, Philip. It's good to see you. Working hard. Good job. Yeah. I'm real sleepy. But I want to figure out the case. But I'm real sleepy. What do you do? From the very start. From the very start. I don't know.
Take that!
Could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that?
Oh, okay, I guess I was right. Maybe?
However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way all of these actions made sense.
Oh, it's on autoplay. I'm like, why is it still playing? Stop. Stop. Fuck. Go back.
Is if the killer had wanted to frame Ms. Tenero for the murder. Ms. Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot.
Oh, that's why she took it up the elevator. 'Cause she was trying to lead it to... She was trying to lead it to switch it out with, Tenero's suitcase. That's really clever.
Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whatever was at hand, and their at hand adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I laid unconscious on the floor from the turbulence.
I still have the idea of, like, can you imagine just walking past, like, a guy unconscious just on a plane and you're like, okay. Why? Like, confident that he's still living and breathing, obviously. Just kind of, like, confused.
The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop, and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway?
That's because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case.
What special circumstances dictated the need for the killer to frame someone? What special circumstances dictated the need for the killer to frame someone? Who the murder was, when the murder took place, where the murder took place. Who the murder victim was? I guess when the murder took place? Because that's been up in the air this entire time.
The murder took place before the movie was scheduled to go on. Around that time, almost all of the passengers had returned to their seats. Therefore, the killer had to choose someone who was not at their seat to frame.
Isn't there an explanation for how the killer chose who and not why they had to?
Well, I thought it's best to start from there.
We're gonna talk about completely unrelated matters. Do you mind if I take a nap? Was I wrong? It's fucking wrong. What? That made sense to me, but okay. I think I have a guess for this one, but should I let you handle it? No, it's okay. Well, I guess where the murder took place.
The special circumstance sorry, is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's motive. movements is not Miss De Niro or myself, but you, Miss Camille. Only you and you alone could be the killer. And... Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And this... Safe. We're gonna get there. It's okay. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't fit into the big picture. The phone.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. But that's because it went missing, and it still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on, and that is the victim's cell phone. Franziska, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks's cell phone. I called it, let's go. Or at least that's what you told me. That's right. But Agent Hicks's cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Ha ha ha. Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know that until we try a little experiment, shall we? Franziska, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do.
Mr. Hicks's phone, it's ringing from somewhere, sir.
I hear it, detective. Now where is it coming from? Oh. I thought there was going to be some sort of like auditory. I was really hoping there was going to be some sort of auditory thing where I could tell where it's coming from. Based on how close or far away I was, but... Oh. Okay. That's real far away. I expected to expect me to walk so far.
The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir.
Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. Doesn't seem to be over here.
We'll look somewhere else, sir.
The ringing is coming from somewhere around here.
It's not here, sir.
Why do I have such a bad feeling about where we're going to find the phone? It's inside.
Ringing's coming from in here, sir.
What? No, it can't be.
This has gotta be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir?
It's Miss De Niro's.
What?
Yeah, because she fucking would. Ugh. I'm not gonna get to bed. I'm so close. I'm basically there. I'm just, oh. I've gotta stop. I've gotta stop, okay? We're basically there. We know what's happened. We probably just need to go through a few more tiffs and then we'll be done, okay? Oh, fuck. I was really hoping we'd be able to neatly end at the end of that, but I guess tomorrow. They've got to keep dragging it out. Usually that spells the end. It's like, ah, the end. Awesome. Alright. Alright. Bedtime. Bedtime, bedtime, bedtime. I'm so sleepy. Fuck yeah. Alright. Bedtime. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you'll have an excellent day today and tomorrow.
Thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here, Ultra. Thanks, Sistanio. As I'm back again, it's time to stay for the rest of the stream. House, no, don't say that. Please, go live your life. Don't be here. I don't mean you're always welcome here, but I mean I'm going to bed. Hi Veer, bye Veer. It's great to see you. I'm really lucky to see you at the start or end of stream at the moment. It's just the perfect 4-hour period for your sleep. Night night. Yeah. So tomorrow will be a slightly shorter stream because I have work in the morning again. But hopefully we'll finish this case tomorrow. That'll be good. Yo, thank you for the follow, Aeon of Sorrow. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Bedtime. Bedtime. Sleepy. Hope you said objection ends as many times as your heart decided. I said it like twice. But that's okay. I'm not very, I'm not really an objective person. Well, like, you know, I don't object to people. You know, you just let them live their lives, do whatever they want. Unless it's murder, that's not good. Yeah. Alright. Have a good night, everybody. Alright? Take care. And I will see you all tomorrow. We're so close. So close. Just keep going. Keep on going. Alright. Nighty night. This is literally the longest week of my life. And I still have next week to go through. Woohoo! Anyway. Good night.